apologize. That first effort was a disaster. Nothing crazy happened, but I was just trying to get everything set up. It's my first time streaming, and I just have this great idea with the Melonheads and the team and all that. And I have so much fun with it that I decided to stream it because I have so much fun with baseball, this game, inspired by backyard baseball, seeing these kids all grown up, and I want it to be a good series, but I am not by any means a professional streamer, never have been, and really never plan to be, but I just want this to be a neat time, a neat documentary of this team, something out there on the internet of record with these kids all grown up, and I really have enjoyed meeting each one of you that have found this series, have subscribed or bought free season tickets, as it's free to subscribe, and that's the way to get free season tickets on here. I've really enjoyed my conversations, the ideas that each one of you guys have had. I know that James Nolan has contributed a lot to this series, has given me a lot of ideas. He came up with, just last episode, Ra Khan, the name of the Ahmed and Amir Khan brothers band, that for the sake of this franchise, the music and the theme songs that you hear is from the original Backyard Baseball 2003 that I still haven't owned. But for the sake of this series, we say that that band is responsible for every sound clip that we hear, music and all that stuff, as we will hear from legendary commentators Sunny Day and Vinny the Gooch. Man, that game, the old game Backyard Baseball, that is the greatest commentary in sports history. And also Carlos Valdez, as we call our fielding specialist that we've brought in and helps us field. He's always commenting and giving me good ideas, good things to think about, ways to improve on fielding. As we do play on Legend here to give that feel that, these kids got to adjust to the major leagues. They dominated in Little League, as we all know, playing that game. Appreciate it, Panther. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate the comment. Happy to have you as a new season ticket holder as you found this series and subscribed, and I appreciate that. I appreciate every like you guys have dropped me, every comment, every idea, and that's why I'm not a professional streamer. I'm not ever going to have it perfect or have it all together, all right, but that's okay because I love this series. I love MLB The Show 20. I love Backyard Baseball, and more than anything, I just love the interaction and seeing you guys' idea and comments. And so we're going to keep moving forward. We're going to get to see some more baseball as we're back at home here at Weasel World. And I thought, what better way to start this off than to show Pablo Sanchez is currently, as we check the American League 2, he is currently first in the major leagues in home runs by 2. And a lot of guys usually get off to a hot start. I don't even know if Pablo's off to a hot start, though. 326, 380, 891. Yeah, the home runs have just come, but, I mean, you just get the feeling that he might be able to keep a similar pace. Obviously, he's not going to be hitting 8 home runs every 11 games. That's unsustainable. But this kid is special, and we have never seen him before. A kid like this, finally ready for the big leagues. That's another thing with this series that I know I've just got to keep going with it. On top of the friends that I've made, and each one of you that have contributed to the series and have commented and encouraged me and just given me ideas, make it so much fun for me. So I know we're not going to stop. We're going to keep moving forward. And the content's just great, man. I have a lot of fun with this team, with this series, with the ideas, with the storylines, and I'm excited to keep them going. But we have a few firsts on this series. We really do. Nowhere else on the internet can you get a look at these Backyard Baseball kids all grown up and the rest of their story. Nowhere else on the internet can you see a girl in the major leagues. And speaking of, we're going to run down here to, as Pete Wheeler has 4 of his own, even though he's our leadoff and our speed guy, fastest guy in baseball. I expect him to get some more steals coming up. But here is the only girl in Major League history to have a home run. She's got 3 after her 2-bomb game last episode. Comment below. Just raise your hand, put a hand emoji, put something, say me, whatever you want to do. Comment below if you're caught up, if you've seen the playlist. Not everything. I know it's a lot. I put that on so you guys can all see that. But comment below if you're caught up and ready for this episode 4. So you obviously don't have to be. I know you guys skim through, episode 2, episode 3 because they're all live streams. But I do that for a reason. I've had some conversations with some of my season ticket holders, and they say they want to see the entire series. So they want to see Pablo's entire career. So we're going to do that. You don't have to always catch everything that we do, every game, every home run, but at least it's going to be up there, archived on YouTube, and I'm super excited about that. So we're going to keep going with that format. But if you are caught up and ready for episode 4, if you've seen the rest of the other things, the backstory, you know about the backstory, you know about, we're 4-7. You saw the last season, the last episode, we struggled in the road series against the Phillies, and then the Reds really smacked us around. Mike Moustakas hit 4 home runs in that short 2-game series. Comment below, just let me know if you're caught up and ready for this episode 4. If not, we're still going to go with it, y'all know, and I'm happy that Panther Nice. So I see that you found us and you've looked through all the other episodes. That's awesome. So you're right there with me, obviously. I've been here right along, the Melonheads official broadcaster, Moneyball. I've been right here along with the team as I've seen this team progress. And I just wonder, how many of you guys have seen the other episodes or at least skimmed through them and know in general of where we're at, what we're doing, and all that stuff. So every season ticket holder, want to welcome you back. And I know you guys know a lot of this stuff, but I like to reiterate it and keep these up so that people that find these in the future can work through them at their own pace and kind of have it as a documentary, as a TV show type thing. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it. We have Angela Del Vecchio on the mound for us. She has been our emerging ace here in this franchise. Our offense has gotten going. So I mentioned, as we're back at home at Weasel World with the Ferris wheel, the amusement park. And my season ticket holders know they sit right behind the dugout. Free to be a season ticket holder. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button. Free to hit subscribe. All it's going to do is just show you my content so you can keep up with the rest of the series. And you automatically get joined in as a fellow season ticket holder. And it's a neat gang. Just just take my word for it. We have some really neat, knowledgeable baseball fans that make this series a lot of fun. I'm definitely not the star of this show. The star of this show is you guys. And then ultimately, after that, y'all know what it is. Pablo Sanchez, Pete Wheeler, and the gang. Vinny the Gooch, Sunny Day. And I'm just your host, your official broadcaster that carries us through this. We do play on Legend with no fly ball indicator, so it makes for really, and custom settings and sliders, it makes for really neat, unique gameplay. And that's why we need our fielding specialist, Carlos Valdez. These kids are 19 and 21 years old. For the sake of this story, this whole storyline, the backstory is up on the playlist. For the sake of this story, they are just now adjusting to the major leagues. And so they're not going to be perfect. That's why we play on Legend with no fly ball indicator, to let it get kind of that backyard baseball feel. And, see the team struggle a little bit and improve as we move forward. That's the number one thing I want to see, is I want to see us improve as we move forward. We're moving forward here at Weasel World Amusement Park, Weasel World Park. And the kids get to go play on the rides and in the amusement park and eat concession stand food and all that. So I'm going to run some Sunny Day and Vinny the Gooch clips. I'm going to get this all set up, and we're jumping into Game 12 of Season 1 here on Episode 4 of this Melonheads custom team franchise inspired by Backyard Baseball on MLB The Show 20.
It's time once again for Backyard Baseball. This is Sunny Day and my pal Vinny the Gooch with a hearty hi-ho to ya. Wait a minute. The Gooch does not, under any circumstances, say hi-ho. Sunny Day might be saying hi-ho, but the Gooch just says yo. Whatever, Vinny.
One of the greatest all-time commentary clips. So as you've seen, our offense is heated up. The problem has been, like we just talked about, fielding and defense, really looking to improve. The division's still wide open. It's early in the year. And I think this team, even though they're young, I think this team has the talent to really compete. This is the first time we've ever seen a Pablo Sanchez Major League debut, and going to get to see his entire season and career. Super excited about that, as he's been a legend, as you guys know about if you know anything about backyard baseball. If not, you're here to learn something new. It's such a neat, classic game, the greatest sports game, in my opinion, of all time. It taught my generation to love the game of baseball and really just sports gaming in general. It's why I love MLB The Show, is because my love started on backyard baseball. We get to see the secret weapon Pablo Sanchez and his career play out. We also get to see the first ever girls in Major League Baseball history. Super excited about that. And they've done a great job. As you see, Stephanie Morgan was just a contact hitter, but she prides herself on being clutch. On Backyard Baseball, she said her dad was a minor league baseball player. She's hitting .320 on the season for us, as I'm going to run her theme song. And Jocinda Smith also provided us value. The offense is heated up. We got to get the pitching and fielding down, but Angela Del Vecchio, who's starting against center guard today at home at Weasel World Amusement Park, she's been really good, and she's been our best pitcher. So let's see what kind of game she has as we jump right into it. I'm going to let Sunny Day and Vinny the Gooch take over, and we're jumping right into Game 12 of the season here.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some baseball. Hello, baseball fans. Sunny Day here, along with my good friend, Vinny the Gooch. Thanks, Sunny. It's good to be here for another exciting game of baseball. I can't get enough of it.
Under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Mets and the Legend. It's baseball on the show.
Angela Del Vecchio taking the mantle. Let's play her theme song, as she certainly deserved. The sound guys playing her music when she steps out there after two great starts to start her career. The first ever woman Major League pitcher. In steps Mets shortstop Ahmed Rosario to start off this game. It does feature Pete Alonso, who set the rookie record for home runs in a season by a rookie, of course. Last year with the Mets, the big first baseman, power hitting first baseman, hit 52. And the very next year, which is this year here on this franchise currently, as we are live on this broadcast, ground ball to Pablo Sanchez. There's the man right there. We were just talking about him. High throw, but the shortest first baseman in baseball, Nugget, Mikey Thomas, makes the play for the first out of the game. As we see J.D. Davis, the young slugger for the Mets, step in here. Pablo Sanchez, just a year after Pete Alonso set the rookie home run record last year with 52. We get to see, as Pablo Sanchez, they go to him again. He's going to make another play here. The throw is on time. 2 away, Angela Del Vecchio getting some, as I see Crystal and Panther, I see you guys' comments coming in. Ferris wheel's perfect for backyard baseball. I think it is too. I love the theme of it and all that stuff. It just makes it more fun too. As Jeff McNeil steps into the plate, always hits for a high average, just hitting 256 here. But Pablo Sanchez already with 8 home runs, and people are already starting to talk. James Nolan's already started an official Twitter counting down his career home runs, which is at 8 currently, and that run towards 762, the most home runs hit all time by a major leaguer, held by Barry Bonds. And there's already a group started by James Nolan as Pete Alonso steps in here. I'll finish my sentence after his song plays. I know, Crystal. So Pete Alonso steps in here, tons of power. He hit 52 home runs as a rookie last year, which set a record for the major leagues. And this season, Pablo's already got 8. We are counting down to see if Pablo can reach that 52 mark in his rookie season this year. And ultimately, if he has a long and healthy career, we'll have to see, keeping up with this series, if he might chase Barry Bonds' number of 762 for most home runs of all time. Makes a diving effort there, can't quite get there. The ball's going to reach all the way out there to Ahmed Khan, leader of the band Ra Khan. It's him and his little brother Amir Khan. Played guitar and drums respectively. Benjamin, what's going on? Long time no speak. Yeah, man, I saw your comments in the other one. Glad to have you back. As happy to have you stepping in right there behind the dugout as a longtime season ticket holder of this franchise. 1-2 count here. Oh, that ball's crushed. No fly ball indicator. That ball might get out. Ahmed can't quite get there. 3-run bomb by Michael Conforto to start off this series, and just like that, our best pitcher of our series runs into some trouble as Conforto cranks one into the left field bleachers at Weasel World. Ahmed can't quite get there, tried to jump and make an incredible catch. Still looking for our first rob here. And here's another guy with power, Dominic Smith, as he steps in. I know, Carlos, it wasn't even the defense that time, bro. Just Pablo almost made that diving catch. If he makes that play, we get out of here. I know he's not supposed to, but I know he would have liked to make that play. And then a 2-out, 3-run ball, man. You can't have those. You've been coaching us up on defense. You know, you've been talking about unwritten rules in baseball. We cannot give up a 2-out, 3-run ball in there. Just brutal. And this offense puts the pressure on. This offense, ground ball here to Mikey. We get out of the inning. Not before a 3-run bomb by Michael Conforto, though. And he said it was Dominic Smith. Dominic Smith grounded out. It was Conforto that homered there here at Weasel World. Cloudy night here at Weasel World. And Michael Conforto just made the clouds feel even darker. Noah Syndergaard taking the mound. I'm interested to see if we'll be able to get to him. Starting in the hole, down 3 runs already. It's no easy task facing Noah Syndergaard. Such a dominant pitcher. He throws a sinker, another dominant sinker baller. So let's see what this offense can do as we get our first look at Pete Wheeler standing in. That sinker's coming in at 97. We've got our hands full tonight. We're going to be on the ropes against Syndergaard. 98 with the 4-seam, nearly catching that low and in corner. It's going to run the count full. Pete puts a good swing on that sinker, but man, here on Legend, 97 mile per hour sinker. We're already in a 3-0 hole. Let's see what these young kids are going to do, man, as we get a look at this Melonheads lineup.
Hero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series. Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today. They got their work cut out for them with the sinker baller on the mound.
Interested to see if Marky Dubois will get it going, but in steps Pablo Sanchez.
That's ball 2. I got the count 2-2.
Not a prettier sight in baseball than that Ferris wheel. Looking over Pablo Sanchez's shoulder. 99 mile per hour sinker from Syndergaard up and in on 2-2. That's good enough to get Pablo Sanchez, the best rookie in baseball, maybe the best player in baseball, we'll have to see, to pop out. And here's Mikey Thomas. Mikey gets a 98 mile per hour sinker. He gets a lot of this one. This ball's hit to left center field. Mikey Thomas Nugget has enough pop to push that ball out of here. Nugget, Mikey Thomas, the shortest first baseman in baseball, pushes a 98 mile per hour sinker from Noah Syndergaard out of here at Weasel World. What's going on, Discord? I know, Panther. Panther, longtime season ticket holder. Definitely applauding Mikey Thomas as he gets one back here, and in steps Ahmed Khan. And now this ball is hit deep to center field as well, and that ball is out of here. What a start after Pete and Pablo both get out. Pete on a ground out, Pablo pops out. Mikey Thomas pushes a sinker barely out of here in center field, and then Ahmed hits one, 426. Carlos, longtime season ticket holder, and now fielding specialist of this team, back-to-back. Benjamin, longtime season ticket holder, tweeting now live on this broadcast. Here we go. He knows when these Melonheads get rolling, they are tough to stop. Man, I'm super excited to see we're able to catch up to that 99-mile-per-hour sinker. Keisha puts good wood on it as well, but we are headed to the top of the second inning. The Mets lead the Melonheads 3-2. Here's veteran catcher Robinson Chirinos. Chirinos, one of my favorite veteran catchers in the league. Puts good wood on it here. Markey going to try to get under it. Really interested to see if this team is going to do better in the field today. We've got to see that as we see how this Melonheads team shakes out on defense. Hopefully Angela Del Vecchio can continue to limit hard contact. She did give up a home run to Michael Conforto with 2 outs in the first inning, and that hurt us. But Mikey Thomas and Ahmed Khan, the 3 and 4 hitters of this lineup, didn't waste any time before getting 2 of those runs back. And we are within a 1-run ball game here as another former Houston Astro, Jake Marisnick, now steps in for the Mets. Ground ball to Pablo. He knows Marisnick runs well. You saw how quickly Pablo got that ball out of his glove. He charged it, threw it quickly, and it's in time to get Marisnick. Here's Noah Syndergaard. Ground ball to Pablo. He's going to take this one as well. And we're going to head to the bottom of the first. Good sign there from Del Vecchio. She has a perfect top of the second inning as we get a look at Noah Syndergaard. He might could use a haircut like on y'all see the Melonheads broadcast. Guy got one yesterday, and here is Marky Dubois. Batting just 195 on the season. He's got a tough matchup here, but I'd like to see him definitely get over that Mendoza line and start hitting at least over 200. Syndergaard, early on, we're starting to see he is throwing gas like he always does, touching 99 there with the 4-seam, but he has been missing over the heart of the plate. That'll be interesting to see as he's already given up 2 bombs early in the game. Location is everything. Even nowadays, if you're throwing 99, you still want to be able to locate that fastball, that sinker. He's left it up a few times, so that'll be interesting to see if he gives us a chance to keep producing here at the plate. Tony Del Vecchio. Del Vecchio laid on it. Syndergaard definitely, as Marisnick comes in to make the play, definitely not shy as he's pounding the plate, pounding the strike zone against this Melonheads team. Here's Stephanie Morgan.
Ball inside.
Sinker touching 99. That's just filthy. 98 on the sinker. Morgan puts some wood on it, though. That's just going to be a fly out to right field, and we head to the top of the third here at Weasel World. And in steps leadoff batter for the Mets, Ahmed Rosario. Good to see you, James.
Into center field, line drive base hit.
You're not too late, man. You did miss a 2-out, 3-run bomb by Conforto. Del Vecchio, Angela Del Vecchio's pitched well for us as Rosario singles here to start this inning. And then we're facing Syndergaard, but he's missed over the heart of the plate. As we get a stolen base attempt, Keisha can't throw out Rosario. He's now at second. Gets a really good jump. Stole that base off of pitcher Angela Del Vecchio. And then with 2 outs in the bottom of the first, nice play from Angela. She's our worst fielder on the team. Nice to see her make a good play there. Bottom of the first with 2 outs, we saw Mikey Thomas and then Ahmed Khan, our 3 and 4 hitters, go back-to-back in center field to make it a 3-2 game. Really happy to see, as you can't leave that palm ball up like that. Angela calls it the slow ball. That's what the kids used to call it back on Backyard Baseball. Another single here from Jeff McNeil. We've seen that a lot. And here is rookie home run record holder Pete Alonso. Hit 52 last season. Ground ball to Pablo. This might be tailor-made for a double play. It is, and just like that, we head to the bottom of the third. The Mets get 1. They lead the Melonheads 4-2.
The bottom of inning number 3. The Mets lead this one 4-2. Now in the box, number 40.
And here now is pitcher Angela Del Vecchio stepping in to bat. She's batting 500 on the season with an RBI. Pretty tough matchup here. She's got like a 38 contact and 45 power. She could hit a little bit on Backyard Baseball, but she's been focusing on pitching since they heard, as you guys know the backstory, that this team would become an official Major League team full of these kids all grown up. Angela gets the take sign there against Syndergaard. That pushes the count full. 2 for 4 on the season so far. Out in front of that 97-mile-per-hour sinker. Filthy slider from Syndergaard, his first K of the night. And that means in steps Wheelie.
I got the count 1 and 2.
Sinker is just filthy when it gets in certain seams. Even though we have the batter's eye, it can be really difficult when it comes out looking like a breaking ball. Pete in the hole 1 and 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Missing with the changeup. Hopefully Syndergaard won't be too spot on with the changeup tonight. Up and in slider at 89, man, on legend. Pitchers like Syndergaard, super tough to hit and figure out. If there's anybody in this lineup that can figure him out, though, it's this cat.
In now, Sanchez.
Such a simple walk-up song and probably the greatest of all time.
We got 3 and 2.
Now 3 and 2.
Pablo gets a 98-mile-per-hour fastball down the middle. Just swings under it. I know he's going to be kicking himself for missing that one. Good on this one. Just gets under this one as well. I believe he was sitting sinker on both of those. And since it was a 4-seam, it didn't have that downward movement. He just gets under it, anticipating it to break as a sinker. We're going to see Michael Conforto lead off the inning. He homered back in the first inning to give this Mets team the lead. See if Del Vecchio can fare better against Conforto this time. She can. She gets a ground out to second. Morgan bare hands it, makes the play. That was a pretty nice play from Stephanie Morgan. And in steps Dominic Smith. Count is full here as we are using quick counts. This is a tricky spot for Pete. Oh, he makes the play. Had trouble getting under it. And in steps veteran catcher Robinson Chirinos. Filthy right hook, as the kids called it back on Backyard Baseball. The slur from Del Vecchio. 2-2 count to Chirinos.
And that's into the corner of
Nice
foul
spot for
ball.
that cutter. See if Delvecchio goes back to that right hook. She does, and she gets the first strikeout of the night.
And that's strike three.
Mets go down 1-2-3, but they still lead this one 4-2. Bottom of the inning now. And here comes the first baseman, Mike.
In steps Mikey Thomas already with a home run.
On this one, but we're still in the middle innings. We're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the end.
98 up and in
Fouls this one off.
from Syndergaard.
The 1-2 is taken.
Ball,
for
that's
2.
just out.
Line toward the
Mikey smokes this one. This one's going to find a gap just in a similar area.
pass for a base hit.
Yes, Panther, they did. As Benjamin's going to probably beat me to it. I see his comment says, yeah, they got him, and Benjamin's probably still topping. They picked up him and Todd Frazier from the Rangers at the trade deadline, I believe. Is that right, Benjamin?
Not only does
The Rangers just unloading a couple veterans that they signed for one season to help kind of get them some cash and some prospects, as you'll see. There we go, Benjamin. He probably said this as Ahmed stands in. You got to be kidding me. Ahmed catches this one. It's out towards the Ferris wheel in right. And he's playing the guitar. That can only mean one thing. This Melonheads team's letting Noah Syndergaard know they've faced some tough sinker ballers all year. They are a little bit ready, a little bit seasoned for a major league sinker. And just because it's coming a little bit faster doesn't mean this team is going to cave in. Ahmed Khan, his second homer of the game with James Nolan in the stands. That's always a good sign.
it's all about executing.
Keisha Phillips standing in.
They're leaving a lot of balls over the hard to play. This offense, both offenses are taking advantage.
Right fielder giving chase. And he
As the team is so far has played better with James missing the game than they have with him in the stands. So maybe we are breaking out of a couple slumps. Hopefully fielding and our batting slumps with James in the stands. Marky Dubois. And this ball is hit hard. The left field.
straightaway left. And
Left fielder jumps. He can't make the play. Marky Dubois. He hits a home run.
solo shot here to left. Home run early in the year as they would
James tweets in, I got Lou Gehrig on DD last night from grinding events, James. Is that what it's from, right? You get to 50 wins on events already, dude? Marky Dubois homers, does his best Lou Gehrig impression, and the country bumpkin, as James calls him, finds the left field seats. And the Melonheads now take the lead as Tony Delvecchio stands in. You can just tell that fastball at 100 miles per hour, triple digits. This Melonheads team is geared up for the fastball. They haven't hit an off-speed pitch yet, but they are smoking the hard stuff from Noah Syndergaard here tonight. Oh, that's right. So got him from Grinding Extreme, dude. It's the Crazy Extreme
3-2.
program, right?
Stephen
You're down like 20-0. Is that right on Extreme? How much are you down when you start that Extreme program, James?
fouled
Up and in sinker at 98 from Syndergaard. Delvecchio, who roomed with James in college at Iowa State, played punter on that football team. Now he is here in the majors.
more time.
Runs the count full.
High fly ball after
Now he smokes a 100-mile-per-hour fastball. Hopefully that pop will keep developing from Tony Delvecchio as he just flies out to routine center, and in steps Stephanie Morgan.
Stephen Morgan, who flew out in his last at bat. 1-2.
going to pop out to Pete Alonso over there. And that ends the inning, but a nice showing from the Melonheads as they put 3 runs on the board and take the lead. This is shaping up to be a pretty neat episode here. The 5th series of the season, this 4-game homestand with the Mets.
Ready to go in the top of the 5th. And up next, the center fielder, Jake Marisnick. Popped into the air.
Delvecchio does a good job getting that cutter in
Is under it.
on Marisnick.
One away.
Morgan, look at her making the play. Carlos, I know you saw that, man. You've been working with us on fielding. Stephanie Morgan looking like a seasoned veteran over there at second base, and here is Noah Syndergaard.
4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the bench line score so far.
Look at the slow ball from Delvecchio. That one's 72. She doesn't throw that hard, but that changeup still can throw the hitter's timing off. Oh, they ring him up. They ring Syndergaard up. Vitamin K in the worst way. That's Vitamin K backwards. As you see, that ball might have missed the outside part of the plate. Nice framing job by Keisha Phillips. And Syndergaard's thinking, I better get that call all night.
That's a ball.
No swing, says the home plate
We got
umpire.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Good to see her spotting the cutter like that.
That's
Ball,
ball
1
3.
strike count.
Oh, how are you going to give us that strike last time and you don't give us that pitch?
Here with 2 away. If you're gonna
Come
go
on now.
1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing
Fly
that.
ball out
He's
here to
got
Markey.
himself into a good
He
hitter.
gets under it. Look at the defense. I know Carlos Valdez, our fielding specialist, is going to be proud. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Angela due up. Let's just play her music. Perfect timing as she stands in here. We fast forward to a 1-2 count here against Syndergaard.
2 balls.
James
2 strikes.
Amir has 1 save, I believe. Angela's been shaping up as a patient hitter. Syndergaard known to be pretty good with the bat himself as a pitcher. Pretty rare in the majors, but he's definitely not an automatic out. And Angela Delvecchio, I'm interested to see if she'll be able to hit for us too, as well as provide some good pitching for us. She smokes that sinker back up the middle. What a play by Ahmed Rosario to get her, though. And that brings up Pete Wheeler 0 for 2 today. I'm wanting to get this kid on base so he can run. Strike 3 from Syndergaard. That sinker just comes in so fast, has so much downward movement. And in steps Pablo Sanchez, also 0 for 2 today. Pablo just sitting fastball in 2-1. That was dirty from Syndergaard. And Pablo and Pete, you get the sense they're kind of forcing it here. They see the rest of the team swinging the bat well against Syndergaard, but they're both 0 for 6 combined today. It's not often that you see Pete Wheeler and Pablo Sanchez without a hit and this team with 5 runs, but we'll take it either way. In steps J.D. Davis.
He's out.
Tony Delvecchio, nice play over there to third. Throws it on to Mikey. 1 away here in the 6th inning. Here is Jeff McNeil with 2 singles. We've seen him. He's put together a nice little resume by now of a lot of multi-hit games. He stands in against Angela here. Nice play from Pete Wheeler as we are going to...
Hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
Here's Pete Alonso.
Alonso. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
We are jumping on here to add the custom thumbnail to this new stream and fix the tags. And then we will be ready to go. Finally, I've gotten better at this stuff. I'm a brand new streamer. Since I figured out how to do this brand new Backyard Baseball Edition custom team franchise. Took me a few practices. We had the disaster of the attempted stream last time, but decided to just end it and start over. That's okay. Just filling in a few tags, and then we're gonna get rolling. Okay. That'll do it. Good enough. We got enough season ticket holders in here. Let's just run with it. What do y'all think? And we should be ready to go. Making sure it did upload. It did, and we are ready for baseball here. Thanks, James. I needed a haircut bad, dude. So I finally got one. You know how much I'm spending time on the YouTube stuff and getting all this stuff sorted out and put into playlists for everybody, me included. I love having all this. As we get another up and in call there, we're going to have to wear out that up and in spot because the umpire's liking that spot. We are 4-7. Yeah. Strikeout from Angela Del Vecchio. She gives Pete Alonso vitamin K, a strikeout to end the inning, and we head to the bottom of the 6th. Here comes Mikey Thomas. He homered back in the 1st inning. James, we're changing that today, dude. You just joined. The team's looking good. We're going to hang on to this win and get our first win with you in the stands. Syndergaard throws one right past Mikey at 99 miles per hour. Yeah, Panther, we're 4-7 on the year, but this team is young. They got a lot of potential. Pablo Sanchez leads the majors in home runs right now with 8. Second place has 6. He's 0 for 3 today, though. Mikey Thomas smokes one. Could be another double, but with that 7 speed over there for Nugget, he likes to take his time. I think he'll take his time undoing his batting gloves over there at first base. Gives credit where credit is due. And we're going to get a chance to see a man who has 2 home runs already in this game. Mikey Thomas, personally, I think he's got maybe the prettiest swing on Backyard Baseball and the prettiest swing in the bigs right now. We're going to flash back, though. Ahmed Khan with 2 home runs already. Let's see if he can make it 3. You get a chance to see the amusement park in the background here at Weasel World, the Ferris wheel going. People always having fun out there. The kids get to go there after the game if they win. Ahmed catches this one. You got to be kidding me. He's playing the guitar. Ahmed Khan, let's go, man. I'm messing up my stream setup. Who cares? It's certainly a worthy occasion. Ahmed Khan's 3rd home run of the game. You got to be kidding me. He said, you know what? He's got 8 now. He ties Pablo for the major league lead. Unbelievable. We'll definitely have a, we're knocking Syndergaard out of the game. They're going to pull Syndergaard. You know he's not happy about it. Look at him. Trinos tries to pump him up, but he knows what he's done. How many home runs have we hit in this game? We're definitely going to see a stream highlight at some point from this. Ahmed Khan has 3 home runs and counting. Let's run his music again by Rock On. Rick Porcello coming in for the Mets. So we got to give him a walk-in music as well. Rock On, also responsible for the opposing team's music. Oh, what a pitch. Nasty slider there from Porcello. I hear you, Benjamin. Benjamin tweets in, Thor, Noah Syndergaard's nickname, is run out of his lightning power and is done for the day. In steps Marky Dubois. We see Marky Dubois with a base hit. He started to have numbers like Rougned Odor. So it's good to see him get a base hit. Here's James Nolan tweets in, I heard a rumor somewhere that the MLB The Show algorithms give MVP to the home run leader. Oh no, James, we have a little competition here early on between Pablo.
1 and 2.
It's Tony Chase. Man, that slider just looks absolutely filthy. We didn't get to hear Tony's walk-up music. I'll play that now.
Did he go?
Oh, you got to be kidding me. No, I was really afraid they would ring me up there. Here is Del Vecchio on 2 and 2. Soft line drive. Happy to see that the runner gets back to first. And in steps Stephanie Morgan. Okay, we're 3-2 count. She smokes this one to left field. Diving effort. Not going to make the play. Runner's going to try to get back to third. What a throw by Dominic Smith. And we're in a rundown. You got to be kidding me. We've got to work on our base running. But Ahmed Khan says, I don't need base runners. I've got 3 RBIs. And I've come up with nobody on base the whole game. He's got 3 home runs. I don't know if they had a concert last night on their day off or what, but Ahmed's come to play. Speaking of home runs, Conforto homered in the first. He's going to step up to bat here. Carlos tweets in now on the live broadcast, bad base running. He's thinking, man, I've already helped this team with fielding as their fielding specialist. Do I got to work on their base running too? On these legend settings, no fly ball indicator as we get a chance here. Ahmed makes the play. Look at this team, man. They're young. They're new to the majors. The backstory's up on the playlist. But, man, they are starting to figure it out. In steps Dominic Smith. He smokes this ball. This is going to be tough for Pete. No fly ball indicator here. He gets under it. Another nice play by this Melonheads defense. They are learning to field here in a major league field under the lights. Here's Robinson Chirinos. Awesome. We get a real baseball score now. Update from season ticket holder James Nolan says the White Sox just tied Game 3 against the A's, as the winner of that game will be moving on in the playoffs. Thanks for that update, James. 2-2 count here with 2 strikes, 2 outs against Chirinos. Fouls that one off. Angela really is settled in after giving up 4 runs in the first 2 innings.
Full count.
Can't get the call here. Says it was a little bit high. He's probably right. Can't believe Pablo didn't make an effort at that. 2-out single from Chirinos. And here's Jake Marisnik. See if Angela can get through 7 innings here. Shot to Stephanie Morgan. She makes the play. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th. Let's hear Dante Robinson's theme song to get us to the 7th inning.
pitcher, number 40.
Benjamin says, is that the first rundown that we've been involved in this year? Benjamin, sadly, we've been in 2 or 3. Angela steps in. We're not playing her music because we are going to pinch hit for her. We do have quick counts on. Can't believe the Twins got swept by the Astros. Carlos, I know, dude. I couldn't believe when I saw that. Just not the season for that to happen. The year after their scandal. Super disappointing. Can you imagine, man, how crushed the Twins must be, dude? And the Twins just didn't score, man. It wasn't even like stars going for the Astros. The Twins just didn't score. Which is super interesting. But Jocinda Smith steps in here on the Melonheads franchise. As she was tied for the first woman Major League Baseball player ever. She got the start on opening day, tied with Keisha Phillips and Stephanie Morgan. First girls to ever play in a Major League Baseball game. Angela Del Vecchio is the first girl pitcher. We also have Mr. Clanky featured on this series, and we do have Pete Wheeler. He steps in now. He's 0 for 3.
The count is 1-2.
Hanging change up at 78. Pete's way out in front, or that ball may have been way out in front if he hit it. Just like that, when that ball might hit the Ferris wheel. Pete Wheeler.
And it's gone as they add still another. Those shots are right center.
I can't believe Pete, hashtag 18 Wheeler,
It's 8-4.
doesn't sprint around the bases like he usually does when he catches one. He's just kind of in a chill mood today. He had the day off. He went and went to Rakan's concert. Ahmed and Amir Khan's band, they played at a concert last night. Ahmed comes out, hits 3 bombs. Pete joins the bomb party here today. And Porcello doesn't get a break. Here's Pablo Sanchez.
2 balls, 1 strike. The count.
Wow, was he looking to swing the bat right there? Check.
He thought he would lead the majors with those 8 home runs early in the season for a while, but Ahmed hitting 3 today tied him.
Now a ball
Pablo
flying
smokes one over there by the third base coach. And now it's 2-2 count.
Get hard on the
Catches a changeup. He smokes it. It eats up J.D. Davis over there at third. He's not going to be in time to get Pablo. See if that goes as a hit or an error. It goes as a hit as we see Pablo Sanchez gets his first hit of the game today. And here is Mikey Thomas, 3 for 3. He's a triple away from the cycle, but he only has 7 speed.
hit back up the middle.
He's out.
7 speed is going to come into play here as he hits into a double play. But Pete Wheeler earlier smokes a fastball out towards Weasel World. The Melonheads with an 8-4 lead. Let's see if their bullpen can hang on as they go to the bullpen here to start the top of the 8th. Robinson Cano going to pinch hit. We are going to go to Josh Hader. Actually, no, let's go to Kenny, the man in the wheelchair, as we all knew him on Backyard Baseball. But he's all healed and ready to go here. Was healed at 13 years old. Has been he struggled a little bit early on, but he's still our setup man. It's early. We're going to see what Kenny looks like here with a 4-run lead. Bringing him in the 8th inning to face Robinson Cano and then a couple righties. Here is Kenny Kawaguchi. Kenny stretching the legs out. He feels good here. I imagine he'll start to post better numbers, but we're going to see he's got a tough job here facing Robinson Cano. Ground ball to Pablo. That's usually the second surest way to get an out. Number 1 is strike him out. Number 2 is let him hit it to Pablo. Here's Ahmed Rosario. He's got a single, a stolen base, and a run today.
It was a flyout for him in his last trip. 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the run score so far. Sent on the ground.
Yeah, the Reds disappointed me too, man. I like the Reds a lot.
Out.
And there were 2 away.
Nice play by Stephanie Morgan. They've shaped up to be a nice little double play tandem as Pablo and Stephanie Morgan over there at second and short. Here's J.D. Davis.
Use a knock here
Gonna get a first look at Kenny's cutter.
No
Inside
offer
ball.
on that.
Doesn't have a ton of movement, but Kenny does have good control. Hopefully he can get a clean inning here. That's the way to do it. Ground ball to Pablo, ground ball to Stephanie, ground ball to Pablo, and we head to the bottom of the 8th, still with an 8-4 lead. Maybe this team, the back of the bullpen, can finally close down the door. Either way, we're going to see Ahmed Khan, who is off to a ridiculous start. He tied Pablo with his 3 bombs today. He's coming up again. Let's see if he can hit his 4th home run as he's going to be facing Jared Hughes, former Reds player. We were talking about the Reds. Ahmed Khan now batting .400, and he's now tied for the Major League lead
So standing in
with 8 home runs. Let's see if he can somehow hit his 4th.
making some history here.
Well, last at bat, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pick him a little bit differently this
He gets a
time.
sinker down the middle, and he smokes it. It just doesn't quite come off the bat well enough. Oh, wow. He nearly tied the Major League record with 4 home runs in a game. Not quite. Here's the girl with the Major League record for home runs by a girl. She's the only girl to have hit a home run ever. That might change before long on this series, but here's Keisha Phillips.
1-1. Swung on and missed, and
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Filthy change up, and speaking of filthy, Dylan Betances warming up in the bullpen for the Mets.
But with the new pace of play rules, they're forcing a change for this right-hander.
Oh, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Outside as they draw even at 2-2. Where this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty D, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy,
Dude, I hate when they quit out like that on home runs.
jumping out like this.
Got him.
4 now that should be added to Tatis' stats. That sucks, dude.
Really chased today. Really stayed staunch on
Never prestige in this card and leveling up. Yeah, no, dude. Here's Marky Dubois.
They did that.
1-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Be interesting to see who the Melonheads go to in the 9th, as it's not a safe situation.
Popped him up.
Up and away changeup kind of fools Dubois.
Fading to his right. And
It's going to send us to the 9th inning here at Weasel World. We're going to get a look at Jeff McNeil, see if we can get him out.
the second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
I like that too, James. His stamina isn't that great, but he had such a quick inning. We're going to let Kenny K see if he can finish off a 2-inning save, because a 4-run lead, if you pitch 2 innings, it is. Stephanie makes a valiant effort at that weak fly ball. Can't quite get there. We do have Carlos. I like that a lot. We don't have Hader warming up, do we? Thank you for that. So we're going to let Sunny Day make the call here and let us know, as we're going to send, we're going to have Coach Ekman, Kimmy's dad, call down to the bullpen.
Coach calls timeout.
And as it's a little more high leverage, Hader pitched last game and finally put together a good game. He really hasn't pitched bad. It's just the fielding has just really destroyed his numbers early. But I think he'll get going. As you see the green trim on his glove, is so cool. But we do have Hader warming up. And if we give up a base hit here, he's especially coming in. We have 2 lefties coming in. Let's see if Kenny can finish off the 2-inning save, though. This ball is crushed. This ball's hit deep. Pete's on his horse.
For the center fielder.
He gets under it. Speaking of Carlos Valdez, I know he's happy to see this team improving here on Legend with no fly ball indicator. Starting to finally
He's working on a
make some plays out there in the outfield. Here's Michael Conforto.
at first here, 1 man out.
And we're going to look at who's due up for the Mets. We might go ahead and go to Josh Hader.
Coach calls timeout.
A couple lefties. And then a couple righties. I kind of want to let Kenny finish out the game here and try to get the save. But we could save his energy and we could go to Hader. He's kind of down on energy, but he'll be fine facing a couple batters. He's got to face at least 3, though, but I think he might end the game. You know, if he gets those 2 out, then the game's over. What do y'all think? Carlos, James. Who else is in this? Panther. Should we stick with Kenny and see if he goes to see if he can get the 2-inning save? Or do we go to Hader here to face the two lefties? James says stick with Kenny. We're going to go with that as we give a chance for anybody else to join in here. As of now, we are going to go with that, unless I see a comment pop in. 2-1 count here. Panther says Kenny. Okay, we're sticking with Kenny. Appreciate you guys weighing in. Ground ball to Pablo. You got to be kidding me. The splitter from Kenny turns the double play to end it. What a call by season ticket holders James Nolan and Pink Panther. And just like that, an 8-4 win. Stephanie playing games with Pablo over there. He's like, yeah, you've been doing that for years. Let's go, guys. I'm ready to go to Weasel World. It's still early in the night. It was a pretty quick game. The win goes to Angela Del Vecchio. Kenny Kawaguchi gets his first Major League save. And the Melonheads now climb to 5-7 on the year. And we just beat Noah Syndergaard in the opening game of this series. Might we go for the 4-game sweep? I don't know. Let's play Kenny Kawaguchi's entry song to celebrate his 2-inning save. And from Rock On, as Ahmed hits 3 bombs, Duty nearly hit 4, just missed that potential 4th. And then we're going to run right into the second game of this series. We also got to run pitching staff. Yeah, we can fix that. Not worried about the minors at all, as we have these kids, and we should be. The plan is to have these kids on this roster in this lineup for the extent of this franchise. If it goes on 20 years, these kids are 19 or 21. We're going to keep them in the bigs as long as they're producing and don't need to be replaced by another creative player or good idea from one of the season ticket holders, one of you guys. So we don't have to worry about the minor leagues. We don't have to worry about things like that on this series. Ricky Johnson against Marcus Stroman. Let's hear from Ricky in the press conference.
Hey, I'm Ricky Johnson.
We got to keep getting that ERA and the fielding percentage, the ERA down, the fielding percentage up, as Ricky has struggled early on. Luan Louie and Angela Del Vecchio have really been our only pitchers that have pitched well, even though Jorge's done better than I thought he would, as his ratings aren't that good, but he's battled so far. We're going to jump right in against another sinker baller, Marcus Stroman. He throws that sinker baller / two-seam. And we're going to stick with the same lineup because it did so well last game. Jumping right into it, as we see, is it not updated? Ahmed hit 3 last game. He's got 8. He should be tied up there with Pablo. Kirby Yates having another good season. Mets have struggled at the plate. They're 4-8. We are 5-7. See if we can keep it going here. We're going to start this game off with Sunny Day and Vinny the Gooch.
It's backyard baseball time. Sunny Day here with Vinny the Gooch. Say hello, Vinny. Hello, Vinny.
We get a live tweet in here from longtime Melonheads season ticket holder James Nolan. Ricky Johnson taking the mound. You see his stats here, looking to improve to his ugly start so far. I was really hoping he would develop into a really good starting pitcher for us. We'll have to see. Might take longer than we thought. Who knows? We'll find out here on Game 2 of this Season 1, Episode 4. James Nolan tweets in now, what a great bounce-back win for the struggling Melonheads. Del Vecchio struggled earlier but came back strong. Also a great interesting chase between Pablo and Ahmed for Rookie of the Year and MVP. So also definitely, let's see if Ahmed can keep up the pace with Pablo. We're going to hear from Ricky, and then we're going to jump right into this game.
Hey, I'm Ricky Johnson.
Ground ball
Pablo with a nice play. He's been solid over there at short. He just has a 63 fielding. But if you guys seen the rest of the channel, he had a filthy backhand jump throw in the hole. Just at 19 years old, it's already trending on Twitter and TikTok and all the platforms. MLB, ESPN top plays. It was on the top 10 rundown. Web Gems. So he's been a really solid fielder for us so far. And Ricky Johnson, how about that? A ground out to start the game. Here's J.D. Davis.
Full count, 3-2.
So that ball is just high.
Jeff McNeil waits on deck. Hard hit ball.
Another ground ball to short. Oh, Pablo bobbles this one right after we were talking about it. He still makes the play in time, though. We will take it.
So here's Jeff McNeil. He's coming off a 3-hit performance.
And in steps Jeff McNeil.
2 out, nobody on.
McNeil smokes this one. Markey's on his horse. He's not going to get there. Jeff McNeil homers to put the Mets on the board early here in Game 2 of this series.
A solo shot here to straight away right field. And the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
And in steps
What a way to get
Pete Alonso.
playing on the road.
No, that's down.
The first and the big fly, just like that, they take the lead.
Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club.
Inspirational chase of the MVP and Rookie of the Year award here in the new season by Pablo and Ahmed is last year's NL Rookie of the Year. Singles there to keep this first inning alive. And here's Michael Conforto. He homered with 2 outs in the first yesterday. Today he's going to hit a ground ball to Pablo, and so far that has been a way to get a sure out. Not before Jeff McNeil, though, puts the Mets on the board. We see the Melonheads lineup that everyone's talking about, trending on Twitter, coming up after this.
Marcus Stroman gets the starting nod for the Mets. Dan, any thoughts?
Kind of a strange outing in his last one, Matt. He was able to pitch into the 6th inning, wasn't able to complete the inning, but kind of got away from him in the 6th. It'll be interesting, Matt, to see how he bounces
James tweets in again, what an inspirational story for Kenny K, who couldn't walk as a child, picking up his first Major League save yesterday. 3-1 count here. And we see another sinker baller with some velo. Stroman's getting it up there at 94. He also has 4 other pitches. No, James, appreciate the tweets, dude. Makes it fun.
Oh, and this ball is
Pete catches another one. That's 2 straight ABs, and Pete Wheeler kisses the bat. That ball's headed towards the Ferris wheel. Run it. Pete just has more of a, more of a slow demeanor lately. He doesn't really want to be seen as a leadoff hitter. He sees this race between Pablo Sanchez and Ahmed Khan. He's not even sprinting around the bases anymore when he hits a home run. We want him to be a leadoff hitter. He keeps hitting bombs. Speaking of bombs, here's Pablo Sanchez.
into the box. Sanchez. This is line to left. Gets down and he's got it.
Pablo gets a 3-2 sinker down the middle, and he smokes that ball out to left field. What a start here. I'm interested to see if this lineup can best the 8 runs they put up yesterday. Pablo back-to-back. Not today, Panther. We saw that a couple episodes ago. He did get all over that ball. If he put a better launch angle on it, then it definitely would have been. Here's Mikey Thomas.
Don't want to forget about it.
Pablo has 2 steals on the year. He's not been caught so far.
Plate now, Mikey Thomas.
He takes off here. Mikey gets a cutter. He couldn't pass up, though. Pablo jogs back down to first base.
He's on the move again from first. Pitch
2-2 the
inside.
count.
Pablo steals this one off Stroman. That's a 3rd straight stolen base there for Pablo Sanchez. Panther says, I think Pablo will keep the lead over Ahmed. We'll see. What a changeup
On strikes.
from Stroman.
He's thinking, grab some pine, Rook.
Somebody gotta go for vitamin K.
Stroman feeds Nugget some vitamin K. Here is the man of the hour, Ahmed Khan. Up and in sinker from Stroman. Count full.
No, ball four.
Whoa, that ball almost rung up Ahmed. The pitching coach can't believe it.
He's thinking,
Either way, Ahmed's headed down to first, and in steps Keisha Phillips
glove by myself.
with 2 runners on here in the first inning.
A little outside, so he has to put it behind him now.
Keisha smokes this one. Nice play by Jeff McNeil, who's the reason the Mets have 1 run. He's also the reason now that the Melonheads stay at 1, as we see how this Melonheads lineup shakes out.
What's this club going to need to focus on this season, Mark?
Well, Matt, you take a look at this lineup filled with young bloods.
James also tweets in our live Major League Baseball update for the playoffs. The A's go up 6-4, and here's Marky Dubois. Ground ball to Pete Alonso. He's going to consume that one, step on first base, and we head to the second inning, but not before 18-wheeler ties this game.
That'll have to be good enough as this solo home run knocks things up. We'll head to the top of the second, all tied at 1-1.
As you see, Stroman was just so distraught with that one. Here is Dominic Smith.
Only 1 hit for him in his last 4 ball games.
Just been an abysmal start for Dominic Smith to this new season, but we know he'll get it going. He is a very good, talented hitter. Smokes this one. This might be a tough play here for Keisha. She definitely has not seen a pop-up like this before. What a catch. She ends up with it. You see that here on this Backyard Baseball series a lot. What a play by Keisha Phillips.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos.
And here's Wilson Ramos.
That bat of this early season contest. Bases are empty, 1 out. Grounded back
Ground ball up the
middle.
middle. Stephanie can't quite get there.
Center field as he's a
Wilson Ramos with his 1 speed
Nice execution right there. He kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands
is now
inside.
standing on first base. Here's Jake Marisnik.
Pitcher, right? You can't get discouraged. Sometimes he-
Good movement on the 2-seam there from Ricky. He throws the 2-seam and the slider the same speed. We got that inspiration from the way he pitches on Backyard Baseball, as is the entire customization and theme songs of every single one of these players. It's what makes this so much fun. Ground ball to Tony. It's going to be a tough start, but that's Tony Delvecchio over there at third. They're going to turn it, and that's going to end the second inning. Top of the second. Tony Delvecchio, a smooth fielding third baseman. Shades of Nolan Arenado over there. Stephanie really quick out of the glove. She's grown up, as you always used to put her at second base on Backyard Baseball. She always wanted to play shortstop, but not with Pablo on the team. Here's Tony now stepping into bat.
And that'll give way to the third baseman,
Tony played punter in college at Iowa State, where he roomed with season ticket holder James Nolan.
Swung on and missed.
1 ball, 2
now.
strikes the count.
That's not going to help him here, though, on this 1-2 count. To start off the bottom of the second in a tie game. That Ferris wheel is beautiful. Dominic Smith gets a late jump here, but that's okay. Ball's hit nearly right at him.
Nice play for the first out.
1 away. Here's Stephanie Morgan.
Stephen Morgan, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. That's softly hit to right. Will that
Stroman knifing through these hitters. Looks like both pitchers have settled in after the first inning. Pitcher for the Melonheads today, of course, is Ricky Johnson.
Hey, I'm Ricky Johnson.
He's been coined the nicest player in the league.
on its way. Sent in the air.
Puts a nice little swing on that ball. That is going to end the second inning, though. We head to the third. Let's hear from Dante Robinson's theme song.
Digging in.
In steps opposing pitcher Marcus Stroman.
Two up.
Ball inside.
Ricky touching 90 on the 2-seam. You wonder if this young kid can develop the way that this coaching staff is hoping. Another nice play from Pablo over there. And you see how the division is shaking out early on here in this new season. Nobody really running away with the division lead so far. In steps Ahmed Rosario. Leaves the changeup up. He's going to make us pay. He hits that 390 sign out there in right center. Pete's on his horse. Rosario can run. He's got 84 speed. He's going to try for third base. Pete to Pablo to Del Vecchio. Not in time. And the Mets have a runner on third now with just one away. 1-2 count to J.D. Davis. That is not the spot to leave the changeup up, but Ricky does. This whole staff has got to get that off speed down. Either way, the Mets take the lead on a J.D. Davis RBI single, and in steps Jeff McNeil.
Ball, that's out.
Not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a
ground ball to Stephanie on the two seam. Pablo bare hands the toss. They're going to get another double play here. The Mets get one run on 2 hits. They lead the Melonheads 2-1. And here's Pete Wheeler, the reason for the Melonheads' only run.
Two balls, one strike, the count.
Hit well on the ground to first. Scooped up.
Pete's been all over the ball at the plate. Hits that one hard to Pete Alonso. And one Pete is going to get the other Pete out at first base. You see the standings there for the Mets. They've struggled to start this season. But let's jump ahead to the man stepping into the batter's box.
So coming to the plate, Pablo Sanchez. He singled his last time up.
The most anticipation for a walk-up song ever, because when he hits it, the song that plays is just so neat.
Now a check swing.
3 balls, 2
Just
strikes.
holds up there on a slider in the dirt, and Pablo knows it. Almost fooled him, which is hard to do. This kid at 19 years old has just such good baseball instincts.
A swing.
Smokes that ball
Toward the gap.
to right center. It's going to one hop, short hop the wall. Pablo's going to hold up at second base. Doesn't quite get his 9th home run of the season that would push him ahead of teammate Ahmed Khan. But I'm sure he'll take a double here, and here is Mikey Thomas.
At the plate, Thomas. Hit on the ground on the first baseline.
Mikey swings at what would have been ball 4.
Full now. And
Nope.
Doesn't chase
Ball
that
4.
one, though. Mikey's going to take a stroll on down to first base. He likes to take things easy, take his time, and this next guy likes to bat with runners on base. 3 solo shots yesterday. Let's see if he can get as many RBIs today. I know Ahmed did have 5 RBIs yesterday, so they weren't all solo shots. I'm mistaken on that. Let's see if he can get 3 RBIs here, though.
outfield. Turned on down the line. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Stung into the gap in right center.
Nice swing from Ahmed there on a hanging slider. Pushes the ball the other way. Mikey is not going to try to score from third. That's 7 speed with 1 out. He's going to hold up at first. We're going to get a look at the Mets pitching coach.
You see the pitching coach
Coach
making
calls
his way out to
timeout.
the mound to pay a
He's going to have a word with Stroman, and here is Keisha Phillips.
into the box now.
I got the count, 1 and 2.
Chases a low slider from Stroman. Needs to make contact here. She doesn't. Filthy slider. Big strikeout there for Stroman.
I think that's one of the toughest calls for an
Marky Dubois stands in. He's our last hope here in the third inning.
I don't think he likes getting run up there by the first base umpire, but looking at it, it's hard to say for sure that he didn't go around.
The set and the 1-1.
Filthy
One ball,
cutter from
2
Stroman.
strikes.
That time, but he swung at a bad one there.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped
2
if he
balls,
can work his
2
way out of
strikes.
this inning with the game still tied.
The 2-2 pitch. Rounded softly down the line toward first.
Scouting report on Marky Dubois. As they get more of scouting reports as we get more of a look of these kids here in the 5th series.
Grounded up the first base.
Second game of the 5th series of this team's early existence is if you pitch the ball away, he'll try to pull it.
This is hit
He did go the other way there, though. It's good to see.
Smith. Is under it.
He is going to fly out to Dominic Smith, though,
Number 3.
and that's going to send us to the 4th inning as we get a look at Ahmed Khan
Inning on this
with his
RBI.
band members sitting in the stands other than Amir. Amir sitting in the the bullpen. The rest of the band sitting in the stands here, season ticket holders for the Melonheads, as they watch Ahmed with an RBI double that ties this game.
Set to get underway.
Here's a man capable of giving the Mets the lead again,
So,
Pete Alonso. Smokes this ball to right. Marky's not going to get there. That's a double for Pete Alonso.
And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head, one-hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you
Got
don't
him.
even feel coming off the bat.
And a good throw gets him one gone. Striding in, Dominic Smith 0 for 1 after a pop-out in foul territory his first time through. 2 runs, 6.
Dominic Smith had gotten it going at the plate thus far in this season. We might think about putting him on here. He's been struggling, so we're going to pitch to
We
him.
got a full count.
Quite a bit off.
It's not the worst thing if we walk him, though. Wilson Ramos can hit, though, on deck.
And that
That's
misses,
ball
4. So
Ricky wanted that call.
set up the double play
He's too nice to show too much of an attitude, though. Just kind of rolls his eyes.
For a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was
We wanted to ring him up there. We don't get the call. That puts 2 on here for Wilson
Can't beat
Ramos.
yourself up about that one too much.
Ground ball up the middle. Ramos doesn't run well. Pablo steps on the bag for 1, throws to Mikey for 2. That's going to send us out of the jam and into the bottom of the 4th.
to the bottom of inning number 4 we go. And we are tied 2-2.
And here's third baseman Tony Delvecchio.
And standing in is the rookie third baseman, Tony Maduno.
Ferris wheel turning out there at Weasel World Amusement Park as we're here in Weasel World Stadium.
And that
Nope,
misses
inside, ball 2.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him
The
credit.
team got to go to the amusement park last night after the win. They got back on the win column.
1 strike.
Now it's 3-1.
Good job to work
Looking
the count,
to
put himself
do it
back
again
in
here
the driver's
tonight.
seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
No, ball 4.
That's going to help us. A leadoff walk here to start the 4th inning.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the leadoff hitter. Gotta focus
And
on
that brings
getting that
up
ground ball now.
Stephanie Morgan.
Coming to the plate now, Stephen Morgan. He flew out in his last inning. 2-2 is our score. Leadoff man boarded. In the dirt.
Ramos does a good job of blocking that ball.
Holds as the count moves to 2-1.
Keeps Delvecchio at first. Delvecchio on the move.
Second, Sky.
Looked like possibly a hit and run there from Stephanie. Is that ball going to fall? No.
He's there and records the first out.
Tony gets back to first. And that brings up pitcher Ricky Johnson.
Hey, I'm Ricky. Ricky Johnson.
0 for 1 for him here in this one. Runner at first here with Ricky in a 2-2 ball game.
One of the worst hitters on the team here, as a lot of these pitchers have a decent hitting skill. J.D. Davis does the worst thing he could have done over there at third. Bobbles it.
Throw is too late.
Rosario couldn't get to it. Nobody could get to it. Ricky Johnson with an infield single. That's about all he could do on Backyard Baseball. And here comes Pete Wheeler with a home run in 2 straight games.
The count is 1-2.
Runners are at first and second with
Just missed that changeup. Count goes to 1-2.
good bite to that sinker.
Sinker thrown right by a wheelie.
Big strike out in the second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that, Kate.
And that means that there is 2 on
Game tie.
with 2 outs for Pablo Sanchez.
To the plate now, Pablo Sanchez. Ground ball
Changeup
foul.
has Pablo out in front.
And it's
High fastball. Pablo was worried about that sinker touching the top part of the zone. He's going to foul it off.
and a fastball
I got the
to
count,
third,
2-2.
taken for a ball.
Such a tough out.
Drilled to the left
He
side.
gets a slider. He's going to hit it
Through into left.
through the left side of the infield.
On to the third baseman, but
They're going to throw to third. Ball's going to get away. Pablo with an RBI single. He's now got 3 hits on the night,
into that one.
including a double and 2 singles. And now we've got second and third with 2 outs with Mikey Thomas due up.
Plate now, Mikey Thomas.
2-2 the count.
That one a little late on its
Mikey fooled by that backdoor slider.
teams with 6 hits so far. And that
Full
misses,
count.
so it's a full count.
I'm glad that was a cutter. It cuts
The guy on the mound, this
just
is one of those
inside
innings
there.
where nothing
Runs the count
is
full.
He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this
Mikey holds
What
up,
do you
or
got?
does he? Yes, he does. He heads down to first. And don't look now. Ahmed Khan is now stepping in with the bases loaded.
Yeah. Tough call from the umpire, but it goes the batter's way this time, and he draws the walk.
5 RBIs yesterday. Could be 4 here. Just late on that sinker. Sinker on Legend, gets there in a hurry. He's going to wish he had that one back. He's still got an at-bat here, though.
1-2 pitch.
Lets that one go. Another good block by Wilson Ramos. Big chance for the Melonheads
Count moves to
here.
2-2. And it looks
They
now
really
like
need a hit here, Sonny.
loose in the middle.
Beanie the Gooch always pointing out the obvious until the obvious is needed, and then he doesn't.
3
Outside
ball.
and a full
Ahmed
3-2.
really confident at the plate right now, seeing the ball well, letting bad pitches go.
When I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw.
He smokes that ball. It's got some air under it. That ball is deep. You got to be kidding me. Gone. Gone by Khan.
The bases with that.
We're starting to learn this cat's name around the league. Rock on as Ahmed takes the lead in the home run race over Pablo 9-8, and he gives the Melonheads a 7-2 lead here with a grand slam.
Getting out of it without the wheels coming completely off. But guess what? Now this thing is stripped and on block.
Standing in now, Phillips. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that's through.
Carlos tweets in grand salami with 5 exclamation marks. That's awesome. We've now gotten to Syndergaard and then Stroman. We're learning how to hit here on Legend against the sinker.
Hits he's given
Here
up
comes
on
Marky
the
Dubois.
He might even have trouble doing that.
That's ball 2.
They'll go off steam here. If this pitch misses, it's 2-1.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Tapped out in front of home.
That ball hit a mile
Throw on to first.
Out.
to an ant.
Retiring.
To a human, hit about 3 inches. Ramos picks it up and throws it to first. But Ahmed hits a ball a mile for the 4th time in 2 days. He now has 9 RBIs in his last 2 games. 9 of the 15 the Melonheads have scored. This offense is getting going.
One thus far.
Here steps Jake Marisnik.
So far down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. The last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And he'll have himself a leadoff.
Pablo can't get there.
Through into left.
Marisnik's on to start the 5th inning. The Mets need a big inning in a big way. Here's a guy that can do it for him, Robinson Cano.
Seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield
Cano, one of the smoothest players in baseball, hits a smooth single there to Pete. The Mets knocking on the door. They've got 2 on with no outs. And the top of the lineup due up in the form of Ahmed Rosario. Ricky Johnson needs a rare strikeout. Ground ball to Stephanie. If she catches that ball in the air, possibly could have been a triple play as those runners were just moving. As it stands, though, she only gets 1 out, and the Mets have a chance to really come back in this game right here. Big call by the umpire for Ricky Johnson. He'll take that. That's what you get, calls like that, when you're the nicest player in baseball. Ricky Johnson, this is his press conference before the game.
Hey, I'm Ricky Johnson.
Ground ball. Tony going to decide to go home here, as he could have tried to go for 2. All he saw was Marisnik trying to head for home right in front of him. In a 5-run lead, you really don't want to make that play. You probably want to try to get 2, especially if it ends the inning. But hey, these kids are young, and Tony ends up getting the out at home. Michael Conforto's going to bat, though, with runners on, and instead of ending the inning, the Mets now are going to get an RBI single, and in steps Pete Alonso in a big spot here for the Mets. As you see, Carlos Valdez, our fielding specialist, he's been training with us, helping this young team. He says, yeah, you probably should have went for 2 there. And let's see if Pete Alonso makes us pay.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him. The inning is over.
Big strikeout by Ricky Johnson, right when we needed it. Gets us out of that jam, and here's Tony Del Vecchio.
Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and set to go is the third baseman, the dude. And that misses.
Nope.
Ball
Ball
4 now.
four.
It's a little
Tony, another leadoff walk here. Can't argue with that. And here's Stephanie Morgan.
settling in now. Stephen Morgan, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
So nice to have the theme songs and get to watch these kids all grown up here on this franchise. Stephanie's going to hit one foul.
Run it down. It's a foul ball. Set to deal on a ball and
Tony takes off for second to throw in the dirt. What a play by Wilson Ramos. You see the tag there in slow motion. Safe. Tony Del Vecchio now with the leadoff walk and his first stolen base of his young career. What a slide. Stephanie Morgan now with a chance to knock in another run for this Melonheads team.
2-2.
It's not going to be on that pitch.
Talk about a waste pitch on 2-2. That one wasn't even close. I don't know anyone that would have swung at that pitch.
Now a swing and a fly
Tries to go bloop down the right field line like I used to do when I was 10.
ball.
These kids have a lot of tendencies, baseball-wise, that they picked up when they were young kids. It makes them to be a very interesting team to watch here on the Custom Team franchise on MLB The Show 20.
Will retreat to second
They play like a bunch of kids. They still kind of are, 19 to 21. They played together their whole lives. Here's Ricky Johnson.
drive so far.
Hey, I'm Ricky Johnson.
1-1 count. Grounded to third.
Ricky with a good effort there with J.D. Davis playing in on the grass. Doesn't quite get past him, though. And here's a guy who is the fastest player in baseball. He's supposed to be a stolen base threat for us. He's got 6 home runs of his own, Pete Wheeler. 18 Wheeler gets trending sometimes when he homers. He homered earlier in this game, and then, of course, he homered yesterday as well.
Full count. 3-2.
As we also captured on this stream, we get a look at Pablo Sanchez. You know he's trying to tie Ahmed Khan for the Major League lead. He's not used to a teammate being the one that is the one he's chasing. Pete fouls away a good fastball from Rick Porcello. Another good fastball. Going to get Pete to chase above the letters. It's going to pop out to J.D. Davis. We head to the 6th inning. The Melonheads with a 4-run lead for the 2nd day in a row here on this Melonheads broadcast. You see some kind of funny animations from the big leaguers when we play these backyard baseball songs when they walk up. Stephanie, a diving effort, can't quite get there, makes a good try to pick it up and throw it to first. Not going to make it. That's going to go as a base hit for Michael Conforto. And again, the Mets knocking on the door, trying to come back. They are as desperate for a win as this Melonheads team is, both under 500 here to start the year. Dominic Smith, nice little slider there from Ricky Johnson. Doesn't have a ton of movement. Does come in at 87, though. That's as hard as he throws the two-seam.
3-2 now.
Ground ball. Pablo going to step on the bag by himself. Throws on to first. Another unassisted double play by Pablo Sanchez. And, of course, he's due up to hit in the next inning. But, man, he is can also be pretty in the field. As you see the unassisted double play there. Here is Wilson Ramos. Another call. That ball looked a little bit low. The umpire, though, knows Ricky's such a nice kid. He's been giving him some calls here today. That one was definitely a strike. Ricky Johnson ends his night by giving Wilson Ramos vitamin K on that strikeout. What a double play there. And the man who did it now stands in to bat. Ricky Johnson with a quality start, his first of his career.
Nope, outside.
Porcello nearly got a rare backwards K against Pablo Sanchez.
We got a full count.
Tried again, can't get the call.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball.
Threw that one a little closer. Pablo almost made him pay. Fouls it off, but only 350 feet away.
No, that's a ball.
Pablo's going to take a look at that one. He wishes he could swing, but maybe he'll just have to run instead. He's a leadoff man on here for the Melonheads. Pitch up and away. They're going to try to get Pablo. They're not going to. He's got his second stolen base here on this stream. Pablo with 4 steals now on the season and, of course, 8 home runs. He hasn't homered yet on this stream.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
Mikey, such a pretty swing. That ball is too far inside. Mikey may have made a mistake here. He does. And he's trying to advance to second on the throw home. Jeff McNeil just going to chase him down and slap the tag on him. Man, you really wish you had a man on base there for Ahmed Khan, a man who has 9 RBIs in his last 2 games.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
I got 2-1 the count.
Ahmed 2 for 2. He's been absolutely on fire.
That's not going to do anything to help you get back into this thing.
3 balls.
Porcello doesn't even want to pitch to him. His eyes are wide open. Showing a little fear here. 3-1 count to Ahmed. while the whole world watches.
3-2.
Swings through that one. Good bite to the slider from Porcello. Ahmed looking for his 6th home run in 2 games. He might have just got it. Perfect on the inside pitch. That ball is up. That ball is out of here. Rock on, folks. Ahmed Khan. Unbelievable. His 6th home run in 2 games. The tear by Ahmed Khan continues. So pretty. When he hits the ball right, it sounds like his brother playing the drums. And here's Keisha Phillips.
Yeah, Dan, I can't explain it. Let's just tip our hats to both offenses right now because they came to play. Moving traffic against this cold weather, not easy to do.
Keisha's got some pop. She is, of course, the only female with a home run in the major leagues.
It up, drifting just beyond the infield. McNeil backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Digging in once again, number 20. Hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. 1
That's a ball. Ball 3.
That's a tough call.
Count is 3-1.
There. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it. But hey, that's the life of an umpire.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center.
Marky's been putting together better at bats, showing the ability to go the other way. It's going to end the 6th. Top of the 7th, we're going to get a look at Freddie Peralta coming in.
From the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Freddie, one of the original Brewers that stayed on this team when the organization made the switch from the Milwaukee Brewers to the Humongous Melonheads. The entire backstory is up on the playlist. For those of you that find this later on.
Got him.
First is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Eduardo Nunez will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Hit out towards second. He's got it.
2nd straight ground ball here to Stephanie.
Now at the plate, Ahmed Rosario. He reached on a fielder's choice previously.
Freddie Peralta with a really nice inning in relief. And that's going to send us to the bottom of the 7th inning. Dylan Betances on for the Mets. He's going to face Tony Delvecchio. 2 walks and a steal so far for the dude. He's also scored a run. It's going to be a lot tougher to score a run here against Betances.
2 balls, 1
Although he
strike.
is known for walking hitters. Let's see if Tony might get his 3rd walk of the game. Very rare for a 19-year-old.
The count is 3-1.
Hey, that's not an easy pitch to hold your swing up. I know it looked like it was way out the plate. Good job not swinging.
Inside, ball 4.
He is going to get his 3rd walk of the game here in his many plate appearances. And once again, Stephanie Morgan's going to come up with Delvecchio on first. I don't know if you're happy about Betances getting that call after 3 straight balls to Delvecchio.
And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1 and 2.
Betances is a good dude, and I did talk about
Got him.
gets a strikeout here of Stephanie Morgan.
Out of the inning.
I did talk about Ricky getting some extra calls for being the nicest guy in baseball. I was at a baseball game live and saw Betances waving and throwing a baseball up to a fan, so that was pretty neat. So maybe that's why. As Jocinda Smith comes in off the bench to hit here.
Summoned off the bench here, so pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. Runners on first with 1 down. He's running.
Tony takes off for second. That ball's in the dirt. That's going to go as Tony Delvecchio's second stolen base of the day with 37 speed.
Stolen base. On a good pitch there.
Jocinda chasing an ugly pitch there. You don't want to see that. But let's cut her some slack. One of 3 of the first females to ever play in the majors. And facing Dylan Betances, this is a big moment.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll
Fouls out
stick
off
around
that
to see
slurve
it
there.
through.
Betances can be wild, but man, he doesn't have a pitch that's easy to hit.
The 2-2 one more time.
Especially here on Legend
1 out,
for
runner on second base.
Jocinda Smith. She's trying to become the second female ever
These are the kind
with a
of
major league home run, as
pitches
Keisha Phillips, of course, has 3 here on this franchise. Count full to Jocinda.
Ronnie can only
Filthy slurve, and she's going to go down swinging.
Anytime you get rookies in the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any
Nasty pitch. It's going to bring up Pete Wheeler, a man with 2 home runs in his last 2 games.
because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
So now to the plate. Got it.
He's going to get a dose of vitamin K as well.
Time to another hitter. Somebody got a dose of vitamin K.
We head to the top of the 8th. Melonheads lead by 6 here on this franchise. We're going to get a look at the first robot in Major League history, Mr. Clanky, making an appearance here.
Play Heenan is coming from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Ready to begin the 8th, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis. Now the 2-1.
As the robot gets ready to deliver, ball is smoked by J.D. Davis.
Base hit.
The Mets have a leadoff man on again here tonight. Their problem has been getting him home as they trailed 9-3 after losing the game yesterday 8-4. Melonheads looking for a rare winning streak as they sit at 5-7 on the season.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground.
See what Mr. Clanky calculates. He calculates he could get the runner at second. Pablo goes down. That play looked kind of awkward. We hope Pablo's okay.
Shortstop to receive the ball then.
The entire world gasps when they see an animation like that involving the secret weapon.
Hey down there.
Mr. Clanky, a robot, can't calculate the potential danger it could put Pablo Sanchez in. He's so athletic, though. He jumps out of the way, appears to be okay, and here is Pete Alonso.
He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring.
See if Mr. Clanky can calculate the danger of a 2-1 fastball to Pete Alonso. He can't, but he spots it well, as he usually does. Runs the count to even.
Hard
Ground ball to Tony. What a throw to second. No way they get 2. They do. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Melonheads still lead the Mets. We're going to get a look at Pablo Sanchez leading off this inning.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And coming forward now is the shortstop, Pablo Sanchez.
3 for 3, still looking for his first home run of the stream.
Here comes the 1-1. Lofted in the air.
98's going to get in on him. Even Pablo's late to that one. The right fielder makes the catch for some reason.
First out.
There's one away. Here's Mikey Thomas.
In, Mikey Thomas.
Betances has done a good job out of relief here for the Mets.
Ball.
Fastball just missed above the zone.
Umpire's kind of been all over the place.
The story was
I guess that one might have been
What are your thoughts on this
off the
offense,
plate.
fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the
2-2
weather
the
starts
count.
to warm up and the
Betances goes back there. Mikey's going to swing through this one.
pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today.
Smokes that ball down the third baseline, just foul.
That pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Try to hold
Filthy
back.
pitch from Betances.
Swing, and there are two away now.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire.
Ahmed Khan stands in, 2 bombs and a double. Of course, he hit 3 bombs yesterday.
Once they're committed to
He's
swing,
got 11 RBIs in his last 2 games.
Ball 3.
A big key to his hot streak has been getting ahead in the count.
We got 3 and 2.
It looked like he just didn't want to walk there.
Full count.
I don't know. Filthy slurve.
And
That's
this is
ball
taken
4.
here
He's
from
going to concede.
just
He
the
will
second
take a
ball
walk.
he's allowed into his 8th
Head on down to first as Keisha Phillips stands in.
walk he's worked in this one.
Yeah, and that seems to be a popular approach when this guy steps in. He can really hurt you with one swing, so I think the
We are going
idea
to
is
see
mostly
Coach
not to let this
Ekman
one guy
give
beat
Ahmed a break here with a 6-run lead. We're going to go to Dante Robinson to pinch run and to play left field in the 9th.
Dante Robinson will come on now and keep run here.
The afro being pushed down a little bit by that helmet.
Swung on and missed.
What a
Got him on
pitch from Dylan Betances. Gets Keisha Phillips. He did a good job in relief. Here's Dante Robinson taking over for Ahmed in the 9th.
All set for the start of the inning. And up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
Mr. Clanky
Ball, that's off the
looking to
plate.
pitch his 2nd straight inning out of relief for the Melonheads. See if he can close the door. As a robot, he's not particularly clutch, but he also doesn't get nervous.
Strike taken up in the zone.
The only player in baseball that doesn't have any emotions. The unlockable robot character from Backyard Baseball on the mound here in the 9th for the Melonheads.
And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Hey.
Ball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Strikes out Conforto. Conforto refuses to leave the plate there for a second. He didn't like that call, and he's thinking, man, it ain't fair. This guy's a robot.
Of his teammates, no hits for him so far. Heading out towards shallow right. Long run for the right fielder.
Marky Dubois making a nice play out there in right field. Great to see him kind of bounce back. He had a rough series last episode.
That'll bring up Wilson Ramos.
Wilson Ramos stands in as the last chance for the Mets.
For him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly.
Ground ball to Tony. He's had such a great day in the field. It's not going to end here.
He's out.
And that's your ball game.
The Melonheads
nice to give the
dominate.
fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely
These
did
kids
that
have
right
really
here.
earned this
Coming through
victory.
with a big
They
win at
played
home.
their hearts out
9-3
and their
is the
songs.
final
They
tally
can all
here in
go
this
home
one.
proud
The
of their
Legends took
performances
the lead
today.
in the 4th and held on until the end. Ricky Johnson earns his
I'm going to run get me some more water. We've still got 2 games left to play here on this Melonheads franchise. A great start so far. A rare winning streak from the Melonheads. They played a lot better in the field. Their offense has been a lot more consistent. We're going to hear from our sponsor,
at MLB The Show.
and then I will be right back.
You know, Sonny, I could sure go for an ice-cold gooseberry soda right about now. Nothing beats the cool, refreshing taste of a gooseberry soda. Gooseberry soda, available at fine soda stands throughout the ballpark.
And we're back. I had to get me a Gooch bar and a Goochberry soda before the start of this third game of the series. I am going to save the game just in case anything brutal was to happen. Let me get through these notifications. Save this game and we'll be rolling with game 3. Of this 4th episode. Two games to go here on stream. Going to face Michael Waka, former longtime Cardinal.
This is Sunny Day, wishing you all peace, harmony, and great baseball.
Luann Louie on the mound for us. See, the first 4 in the lineup is on a hot streak. We're going to stick with the same lineup, man. It's been producing. Might could give Keisha a rest here, but I really don't want to mess up the vibe that we have going because this team has played some really good baseball. Speaking of, let's turn it over to Sunny Day and Vinny the Gooch to get this game 3 of the stream started.
Hello, baseball fans. Sunny Day here, along with my good friend, Vinny the Gooch. Thanks, Sunny. It's good to be here for another exciting game of baseball. I can't get enough of it. Time once again for backyard baseball. This is Sunny Day and my pal Vinny the Gooch with a hearty hi-ho to ya. Wait a minute. The Gooch does not, under any circumstances, say hi-ho. Sunny Day might be saying hi-ho, but the Gooch just says yo. Whatever, Vinny.
Wow, look at the start by Luann Louie. They call her Lulu. 2-0 in her first 2 career Major League starts. Less than a 1 whip. Ahmed Rosario, the first batter here for the Mets. We're going to continue this episode for the 5th series of the schedule for the Melonheads. As you see on the graphic, the Melonheads now 6-7 after 2 straight wins. We have not seen a Pablo Sanchez home run. We do see a Lulu strikeout to start this game.
Off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, that guy off the base.
Into the box now, J.P. Davis. A little shuffle up the middle, reined in.
No, he's down.
So here's Jeff McNeil. He drove in 2 of his club's 3 runs in last night's affair. Now the 2-1
Hey!
Might have been
You
taken
can tell the Mets just came in trying not to chase, trying to be patient, but you know what they say in Little League? This team grew up playing together since Little League. They say just throw strikes. Lulu pounding the zone here, and it's worked out so far.
goes and chops this one out.
She's going to get a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the first, get to see the Melonheads hit,
Ends the inning.
starting with Pete Wheeler.
Into the box now. Wheeler. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the 1st. Turned on, but it's
Pete
wide
smokes
first
that ball.
and
Cutter
foul.
gets in on the hands. Walker also throws the changeup, the circle change,
1-2.
four seam, and the curveball.
It's laid
2-2 the count.
94 mile per hour fastball nearly hits the backstop.
We got a full count.
Fastball with some
3-2.
tailing action on it. That makes it tricky when the cutter moves in the opposite direction. The circle change kind of tails.
He can steal a base on you, but if you lay a fastball in there, he can take you.
No,
deep.
ball
That ball
4.
tails for ball 4. We got the leadoff man on. He's the fastest man in baseball, and Pablo Sanchez
Well, the reason
due up.
power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get
What's
hurt.
going on, man? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by to the stream. We're just playing some baseball over here.
Fouled away.
We see one of the top supporters of the Game Over stream joining us here.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Do it, dude. Cool with me. Whatever y'all want to do, man. I love the support you give to my bro. We got Pablo Sanchez batting here. Man on first, nobody out.
And this
Gonna
one's
take
in the
that for
dirt.
ball 3. Can't believe Pete Wheeler hadn't take off for second yet. Fastest man in baseball. There he goes on 3 and 2.
That's ball 4.
It's not going to matter though. Pablo's going to take ball 4.
Misses for ball 4. First and
And we've got the first 2 men on to start the game
Kind of a record for walks
via the walk.
he'll get an early hook.
And walking in now is Nugget Mikey Thomas.
Or if he continues to struggle.
ready now. Mikey Thomas. 4
Shaping up to be
series through
one of the
7.
most patient players in baseball. Catches this one. He's got so much power. He does hit that to deep right field. Pete's going to easily tag up to third.
To catch for the out. And he'll
Pablo's going to stay at first base.
at the corner.
And here comes the hottest man in baseball. Let's see here in Game 3 of this series if Ahmed Khan can keep up possibly a record pace here to the start of the season. He stands in now.
In the win last night. Runners breaking to the plate.
2
Pitches
balls,
ball.
1 strike.
Pablo heads for second. Pete is headed home. They tried the old backyard baseball
No throw.
little league trick where when the catcher throws to second, the guy from third tries to steal home. Pete Wheeler, though, who's known as not exactly the smartest guy in baseball, forgets to wait until the throw is made to second. That's going to be an easy out for Wilson Ramos, maybe the easiest out of his career since he was 11.
Sanchez.
And now Ahmed's going to have to bat with a man on second and 2 outs.
He's fallen
Nope.
behind
That's
now,
inside.
3-1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out.
Ball.
And in
And
fact,
Ahmed's going to walk.
last 7.
Michael Walker putting the walk in Walker here. His 4th walk of the inning. Hadn't given up a run yet, though. Here's Keisha Phillips.
Lately, that can't be denied. But this is the perfect guy. Right spot.
1-1. Here it is. And he fouls this one off.
Walker does a good job of throwing the high fastball and then dropping the low circle change up, changing the eye level and the speeds to the hitter. Keisha catches a cutter down the middle. She didn't miss that one.
Look at this.
Does her spin.
And
That ball is
gone
way gone.
on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning.
You see her attitude. Her confidence just keeps growing. She knows she's the only female player in baseball history with a home run, and now she's got 4. Ladies and gentlemen, Keisha Phillips. Gonna send the Stars home.
Definitely seems worth taking a look at with
Pablo Sanchez and Ahmed Khan both score.
home run, but as you can
They're
see,
running for Rookie of the Year and possibly MVP if they can keep up this pace. But Keisha Phillips says, today, boys, it's the girl that's going to knock you in. Keisha Phillips. Here's Marky Dubois.
Ball, that's in.
inside, so he's in the driver's seat, 3-1.
Michael Walker, you see on his face there, not having his best game.
It's like he's fighting his body on every pitch, and as a result, we're seeing a lot of balls.
He's already thrown
from him.
24 pitches in this first inning.
There's
Take your base, ball
The
4.
25th one is going to be his 5th walk.
Well, it's
of the
obvious that
inning.
earlier home run he gave up is still on his
Here's
mind.
Tony Del Vecchio, a guy who walked 3 times yesterday.
Anything over the heart of the plate to hit, so we'll see if that walk comes back to hurt him.
Hey!
strikes him out here, so he's
What a pitch from Walker to get him out of the inning. That's going to end the inning, but not before a Keisha Phillips 3-run home run and a little bit of attitude on the bases from Flash Phillips. Here is Pete Alonso, a guy who hit 52 home runs last season.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on.
Stepping in to face Lulu, who has been a really good pitcher for the Melonheads so far. Just the second pitcher on the staff that has pitched well. The ball is smoked. Tony Delvecchio makes the play. And here's Michael Conforto. Another one of these backyard baseball kids with a good slow ball, as they call the changeup. Lulu's breaks like a palm ball. She does have the four seam. We haven't seen it yet today. There it is. She's touching 89 with the four seam. Pretty respectable. Michael Conforto refuses to give in here. Count 2-2 here. Ground ball to Stephanie Morgan, another female on this team. She's done a great job over there at second base. And there is 2 away in this inning.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the left-handed bat of Dominic Smith. 1-2 to Dominic Smith. Fouled away. The 1-2.
Ball, that's out.
Lulu with a good effort there from the slurve. The kids call it a right hook back in the day.
Just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner.
Strike 3 to Dominic Smith. Another clean inning from Luann Louie.
Mets go down 1-2-3.
Vitamin K, as it'll go down as a K, a strikeout. Here's Stephanie Morgan.
Morgan, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win. They want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Ball.
This one's low here, so the count swells to
The Melonheads, even though they're a young team, they just refuse to come out and chase bad pitches.
The pitcher on deck, an obvious bunt situation.
Stephanie may have chased one there. It's not like her to swing on 3-1, but with a team up
snags this one for the
3-0 in the game, I guess she felt the freedom to try to hit one down the line. She got the closest she's ever gotten to her first Major League home run, and joining Keisha Phillips as the only girl with a home run. In steps Luann Louie.
high in the air and drifting out to shallow center.
Not a great hitter. She is probably the fastest pitcher in baseball. It's not going to help her here. She rounds first as the ball's being caught. 2 away.
Second at bat, Pete Wheeler. He drew a walk his first time up. 2 out, nobody.
Here's the fastest man in baseball.
That's ball 4.
So he's on.
And he's going to get a chance to run.
The steal could be in order.
He gets walked for the second time this game. He does have 6 home runs on the season. Maybe pitchers are just scared to pitch to him. Speaking of scared, here's Pablo Sanchez.
Stepping in and ready for another shot. Pablo Sanchez hitting 500.
Ahmed Khan on a Nelson Cruz-like tear so far, but other than him, Pablo Sanchez is definitely the scariest player in baseball to have to pitch to.
Something's happening, ball 2.
They look more worried about Pete Wheeler right now.
He's set and the 2-1 pitch. High fly ball.
Pablo gets a fastball, not even in the strike zone, but he hits it pretty well. It's just so hard for a 5'7" short hitter like Pablo to do anything with that pitch. He flies out to center field. The Melonheads lead 3-0. They only have 1 hit, but they've taken advantage of walks. Walking in now is Wilson Ramos.
Bring up Wilson Ramos. He's ready for his first at-bat of his early season contest.
He had to tie his shoes. He's ready now. Let's see the
3-1.
pitch from Lulu.
Bouncer to the left
Ground ball
side.
to her. It's going to help her being the fastest pitcher in baseball.
Throw to first.
Makes the play.
The leadoff
1
man
away.
is gone to start the third. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And up next, the center fielder, Jake Marisnik. And he takes a called strike 2.
The count is 1-2.
Pitchers looking for their first hit
Jake Marisnick continues his hot start to the new season.
Was not executed, left it thigh high, and as an offensive player, that's what you're waiting on.
And they'll try
Ground ball to Morgan. She's going to have to go to first.
Got him.
Nice play there. She's done a great job for us. Thought about replacing her with Jocinda Smith in the lineup. I'm glad I haven't because she's hit for average and she's played great defense. That's all you can ask for from a second baseman. Ground ball to Tony. Speaking of great defense, he's going to make this play as well. Lulu has given up just one hit. That is it so far. She's through 3. The Melonheads lead 3-0. We're going to hear from Mikey Thomas. He was a little bit stopped up. He always had allergies on Backyard Baseball. You can see him there kind of trying to decongest. He's going to take that fastball high and decongest it out to right field for a base hit, starting off the inning. Melonheads, another chance to score here. As he says, rock on over there as Ahmed comes to the plate. Ahmed smokes this ball. It's going to be caught, though, by Michael Conforto. Robin Kahn of another potential extra base hit. And here's Keisha Phillips.
Nope, that's ball 4. Take your base.
Could have gone either way. They call it a ball. Coach is not happy about that. He's going to put the second human on base, second base runner on base. Can't say second guy on base because Keisha is not a guy. Here's Marky Dubois, a guy who walked in his first at bat. Not known as a patient hitter at all. Marky pops up in the first pitch he sees. James, pretty neat game last game as your boy Tony steps in now. Tony took 3 walks last game. Nice play by Ahmed Rosario. He goes the short way to second. Gets the out. Poses for the camera. We're going to head to the top of the 4th inning and see if Luann Louie can continue her good start to the season. Yes, we got the win. We've now won 2 in a row, and we came out, scored 3 runs in the first inning this game. Ahmed Khan continued his hot start. He had a double, and then he hit. Lulu gets the call there. Melonheads are known to get some favorable calls here at home. Stephanie Morgan continues to play solid defense. The defense on this team has been just about perfect on this episode. Ahmed hit a grand slam, dude. It was pretty epic. He hit a grand slam and he said, rock on.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Luann Louie pitching well, man. The team is just looking really well. I don't know if that's due to us playing really well or the Mets just not really playing great baseball right now. Either way, I'll take it.
3-2.
So a good eye there as he works the count back full. Pete Alonso will be next.
Dude, he's been on fire. He's been on a Nelson Cruz type hot streak, if you know what I mean. 3-2 pitch from Lulu. Ground ball up the middle. Stephanie can't get to that one. Pablo had 3 hits, a double and 2 singles. He hasn't homered so far in this stream. Pete Alonso up. He's struck out at least 4 times so far in this series. The Melonheads staff has done a good job with him. I don't think that's a strikeout. I think that's a knockout out of the park. Oh, Ahmed could have made the play there. Gets late on the jump. I thought that ball was way gone. Ahmed can do a lot of things in this series. He can't bring that ball back, though. The Mets are on the board. Ahmed does his best job to try to bring that ball back. He's not used to the fences being that tall here in the big leagues. I don't think Ahmed is on steroids. He's got kind of a pretty slender frame like most of these kids do. Now, if you're asking about Nelly, shoot, I'll just say that was a good question. That dude continues to just dominate.
Count 1 and 2.
He's figured something out. But anyway, 1-2 here to Dominic Smith, who I imagine either this game or the last game of the series, which is tomorrow, it will be on this stream.
That's outside.
Ooh, Lulu doesn't get the call. She got that call earlier in the game. I imagine we'll hear from Dominic Smith before this series is over. It's not going to be this time, though. Stephanie Morgan, another assist. The Mets get 2 on this home run by Pete Alonso. And we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Here is second baseman Stephanie Morgan.
And set to go is the second baseman, Stephen Morgan.
2 balls.
We took 5 walks off of Michael Walker. We put the walk-in Walker in. We were happy to take 5 walks, and then we got a 2-out. Nice pitch from him there. 2-out, 3-run bomb from Keisha Phillips. That's a good question. So James tweets in
Full count. 3-2.
to the broadcast, and he asked Moneyball, the official Melonheads broadcaster, who do you think is going to win MVP? Oh, you're asking about, okay, I thought you were talking about this series. You're talking about regular season MVP, MLB MVP? And I'm assuming you are, and I'm assuming you're guessing it's going to be between Luke Voigt and Freddie Freeman. Dude, those would not be bad picks. I'm not going to argue with you. Both those guys just absolutely rake. I hope it's Freddie. He's my favorite player in baseball. Just love that dude, man. The way he plays baseball. You see his quote? I think Bauer was doing something funny like Bauer usually is after K and 12 Braves.
Hey.
Lulu takes strike 2 there. And they asked Freddie if he was offended. Freddie said, if you strike out 12, you can do what you want. I thought that was pretty funny, dude. I like Freddie Freeman a lot. I like Trevor Bauer, too. He's pretty funny.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
This is line to left.
Nice swing on it there by Lulu. Good AB from the pitcher. You can't be mad.
Takes it in for the second out.
Here's leadoff hitter Pete Wheeler.
For another shot now, Pete Wheeler.
He hadn't got to run a whole lot with Pablo hitting behind him.
Now a swing and a miss.
The count is
Pete
1
came
and
up
2.
today. I guess he's just thinking there's no way Walker walks me a 3rd time. He knows how fast I am. To get to Pablo doesn't make any sense. But
He's been able to regroup.
Walker does throw him a ball. Would have been ball 2. He chases it.
Rosario is called
Leads to him popping out to shortstop.
play, and that'll
We head to the 5th inning. The Melonheads lead 3-2. Let's see if their pitching and defense can continue to be the staple point of this game for this team. Wilson Ramos due up to start the inning.
all ready to go in the top of the 5th. And that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Wilson Ramos. Now here's the pitch. All right.
Lulu, fast reactions. Fast start to this inning. 1 away.
So the base is empty here with 1 away. And up
Look at the start.
fielder Jake Marisnik.
Jake Marisnik has had to this season, hitting well over 300 with 3 home runs. He's known as kind of a streaky hitter. Struggled to put it together for a full season, though. At the play, he's a terrific fielder. Speaking of a terrific fielder, this eats up Tony Del Vecchio. Still makes the play, gets the out. What a play. Tony Del Vecchio takes one off the chest, as you see show track here. Makes the play, throws a strong throw. He's got a really strong and very accurate arm. Mikey with a nice stretch, man. I'm super happy with how Mikey has played over there at 5'9" at first base. What a play, and Lulu, if she can get Michael Walker here,
Waco will hit next.
Then she is through 5, working around only a 2-run bomb by Pete Alonso.
Ball 2. 2-2 the count.
Now here's one hit in the air to the
Fly
right
ball.
side.
Let's see if Stephanie can make the play. She can, and the Melonheads
Tracks it down, and that
retain their 1-run
down
lead.
in order go the Mets. They trail 3-2. Now at the
Here
plate,
is Pablo Sanchez.
hard hit at third.
Nicely placed circle change from Walker.
Got him.
Is in
Even
time
Pablo
for the first
Sanchez
out.
can't do anything with that one, and there is 1 away.
Into the box now, Mikey Thomas. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the
340, 436, 574 slash line from the 3-hole hitter Mikey Thomas. Man, I'm super happy with how he has turned out so far. Be interested to see if he can keep it going. Puts a good swing on it there. The ball's going to hook foul.
Hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. And
Ball,
this
that's
is
outside.
2-2. Out in front of that one may have been
Mikey has such a pretty uppercut swing, able to foul that ball off.
line towards center.
Inside outs that one. It's going to line out to Jake Marisnik. That's not going to help the average, the on-base percentage, or the slugging percentage. 2 away.
That's one of those tough luck outs that'll drive you crazy. He drove that
Here is the hottest hitter in baseball and the hottest
take hard
guitarist
as a consolation.
in the world right now, Ahmed Khan.
Now it'll be the 4-hole hitter,
Ball.
It's been trending as a hitter, trending as a guitarist. It's definitely been a hot topic. It's not going to add to it here, though. Waka puts together a good 5th inning. After a pretty bad first inning, Waka
Nothing doing here this
ends up
half.
getting through 5 with just 3 runs. Melonheads only have 2 hits.
3-2.
Interested to see if this team has what it takes to finish off this win as well, to push that win streak to 3 for the first time ever.
Rosario.
Another nice play by Tony Delvecchio. He throws a seed over there to Mikey.
In the 6th.
1 away.
1 away now for the Mets in the 6th. And into bat next will be J.D. Davis. Hit on the ground to short.
Pablo stops on a dime, throw up the line. Mikey makes the play though. 2 outs.
Now in the box, Jeff McNeil. 1 for 2. He rounded out first time up.
Ground ball to Tony. Luann Louie and Angela Delvecchio by far have looked like the best pitchers for this staff. Interested to see if they can hold up on a full Major League season schedule.
A 3-2 ball game.
Due up next, Keisha Phillips.
Bottom of the 6th inning now. And that'll bring in the first-year catcher, Flash Phillips.
Man, that Ferris wheel is pretty here at Weasel World.
1 pitch.
Aye.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up.
Walker's been spotting that fastball after the first inning.
Pretty well.
Keisha catches one here. That ball has a chance to be her 2nd of the game. It is off the top of the
It's
wall.
off the wall. And
She's going to have to hold up
second base with a lead
at
off
2nd. She just missed her 2nd home run of the game. She's in there with a double, though. That's going to be it for Michael Waka.
New York manager's up off the bench on his way to the mound. And it looks as
Looks
though
like they're going to go to Hunter Strickland, former Giants closer.
wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless.
And in steps Marky Dubois.
Into the box, number 20. He popped it up. Davis, shallow left. He
That ball's going to drop. Keisha's going to hold up at 2nd. Marky has a rare single that doesn't advance the runner at all, but it will advance his batting average a little bit higher than that 200 mark. Here is Tony Delvecchio with 2 men on.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Missed again, high and away this time. 3-1.
There isn't a hitter alive
3-1 to
that
Tony.
doesn't
Shoney's
love
not afraid to
hitting
take a
that
walk.
counts
See what
like
Strickland dials up
3-1.
here.
It's usually a pretty fruitful count in terms of getting.
Tony gets a fastball. Looks like he was looking fastball. He thought that ball was coming 120 apparently. He's heard about Strickland's velocity.
And this is
Nasty slider.
and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
And Tony goes down swinging, really wanted him to succeed there. Here's Stephanie Morgan.
Pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out.
Nope, that's foul.
She's been so close to spotting that ball right down the right field line for an extra base hit, but not been able to. She really needs a few doubles sprinkled in, as I'm not sure if she could ever hit a home run. We'll see if she ever hits her first.
And he fouls this one
She
off.
does give you great at-bats
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after
and good defense over there at second base. Gets a hanging slider there, crushes it, but that's about all she's good for power-wise.
Smith is right there.
Flies out to Dominic Smith. And a good start to the inning is kind of fizzled out here.
Stepping in.
2 away. We'll see if they let Lulu hit. It looks like they will.
Men are on with 2 men out. Weak grounder down the line at third. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch.
Gonna hit a bloop. Let's see if this ball gets down. No, Jeff McNeil makes the play. We're gonna head to the 7th inning. We will see Lulu take the mound again here for the 7th to face the man that just homered off of her back in the 4th, Pete Alonso. Smokes that one. I'm so happy Lulu dodged out of the way because that ball was up around the dome. The Mets have the potential tying run at first base.
Go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'd be interesting to see how the manager plays it.
Ground ball to Tony. Let's see if he can start another double play. It looks like he can. Just like that, the Melonheads get 2 big outs. Here's Dominic Smith. I hope this isn't the time we hear about him like I projected back in the 4th. That splitter was absolutely filthy from Lulu. In the dirt, swung at by Dominic Smith.
We got 3 and 2.
2-2 count. She doesn't get the call. Ouch. It's going to run the count full here with 2 outs. Ground ball to Pablo. Let's see if he can get us out of it. He does. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The Melonheads could use some insurance, but they still lead. Top of the lineup, due up. In steps Pete Wheeler.
The count.
Even the count 2-2.
Hunter Strickland still on the mound for New York.
Aye.
What a pitch by Strickland. In case Pete Wheeler and Pablo Sanchez due up now with nobody on and 1 out. Still looking for his first home run of this series.
That's ball 3.
3-1.
Pablo has settled in and looked a little bit more patient at the plate. He's got to know people just do not want to give in to him. Strickland throws him a fastball down the middle there. Pablo gets all of it. That ball headed to left field. It is gone.
And this one is gone. A home run. Solo shot here to left. Home run number 9.
Pablo Sanchez hits his 9th. Look out, Ahmed. Pablo gives credit where credit is due, claps Mikey's hand, and Pablo buys this Melonheads team some insurance here in the 7th inning. 9 down, 7:53 to go as he hits this one, 363. Fastball down the middle. Pablo just pops it up over that left field wall, and here is Mikey Thomas. Mikey with such a pretty swing. This team has a few special prospects. I know Pablo was the only one considered Major League ready, but I am super interested to see how Mikey Thomas and Ahmed Khan develop as well. I'm not sure if Pete is considered a prospect. He is what he is. I'm not sure. Some scouts have said he's kind of maxed out, but Ahmed and Mikey, talent-wise, they might be maxed out. They played so much baseball growing up. But, man, stats-wise, I just think these kids are the real deal. Speaking of Akon, he steps in now.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, amount of this, there aren't
Jared Hughes K's a red-hot
really have to learn.
Ahmed Khan. Could this be the end of his hot streak? We'll have to see the last game of this series.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Jared Hughes can be pretty filthy.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
With the off-speed, Keisha fouls off the sinker in. Filthy slider there at 83 miles per hour. Keisha busting it down the line. That's not going to be good enough, though. Great effort. You see this team always running out balls. They get their 6th hit. More importantly, they get their 4th run on a Pablo Sanchez solo shot to left field. They lead 4-2 as we head to the 8th inning.
We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, man. He's looking really sharp.
When Pablo heads back to the dugout, you hear a "Pablo, let's go" from season ticket holder James Nolan. That's the neat thing about this franchise. Very personal relationship that the players have with the fans have with the players. It's always respect, and these players just love baseball. We are going to stick with Luann Louie for the 8th. She has looked so well in this game. Ramos catches one here. Ahmed takes a funny line on it, ends up making the play, though. That's a big first out.
Digging in, Jake Marisnik. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Louis had all 4 of her pitches working tonight. Gotten so many grounds out. It's a nice backhand by Stephanie Morgan. 2 away. Robinson Cano pinch hits here. Let's take a look at Louis' box score. 7 2/3, 4 hits, no walks, 2 runs, only 2 strikeouts, but she is definitely pitching to contact and getting some routine outs.
Nope.
That's what you want to see, especially from the number 4 starter on your staff. Really starting to emerge as a 1 or a 2 for this team, as they are kind of weak in pitching. I wonder if she'll start the 9th and go for the complete game. First, we got to hear from Marky Dubois, Tony Delvecchio, and Stephanie Morgan. Seth Lugo, the valuable reliever, comes in for the Mets here.
Too high. Ball.
Doesn't get that call. Looks like Markey almost disagreed with it.
Yep, that ball went out. That's ball 4.
Marky Dubois, leadoff walk. You don't see that too often. And in steps Tony Delvecchio, currently 0 for 3 on the day.
1, here it is.
Ball, that's out.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Fouled off.
Be interesting to see if Coach Ekman goes to Amir Khan, his closer in the ninth, or if he sticks with Luan Louie.
So a
Full count.
now.
What do y'all think?
See a right-handed batter waiting next, but he could very
Do
well
we call it a day for Louie and congratulate her on 8 strong innings? And go to Amir?
working for the punch out and the offering.
Tony fouls this one off.
Payoff pitch one more time to third.
Ground ball to third.
McNeil's
out.
at it for one.
Tony doesn't want to be on that end of a double play started by the third baseman. He grounds into one here. 2 away.
He'll take the double play as a trade-off for sure.
Digging in to try it again. Stephen Morgan. Now the 1-1 pitch.
Carlos, you still with us? What are you thinking about in the ninth, dude?
Popped him up.
I don't know if you're still with us. If you are, you think we should go to Amir Khan or stick with Luan Louie?
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ahmed Rosario. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Now time is called as both guys
Get the music ready.
ready to go.
The younger Khan brother on this team and in the band Rock On. As we hear the music through the speakers played by Rock On, that can only mean one thing. Amir Khan, this team's closer, coming in to close the door here in the ninth inning.
Skipper out of the dugout making a slow trek to the mound. And a change is forthcoming as
Coach Ekman congratulating Luann
for a lead after 8 strong innings. He couldn't quite make it a complete game, but he's in line.
on 8 strong innings, but here is Amir Khan.
Takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
I guess he doesn't have a save yet, James. Stat book says, according to that theme there, that he does not have a save yet. I thought he did have one, but we'll go by the stat book. Amir Khan, the young righty closer, many believe is more of a prospect than a polished closer. Let's see how he will fare here in his first save opportunity. He's going to have his hands full as the Mets' top of the order is due up here. And it is a 2-run lead.
Hit
Knuckle
high,
curve crushed.
right center. Right fielder giving chase.
Timeout.
Wouldn't let me switch over to Pete.
Time, and now it
Pete Wheeler took a bad line on it.
ground rule double.
Ahmed Rosario pushes his hitting streak to 6, and just like that,
Streak. That was close.
Amir Khan's job just got a lot tougher.
That wry smile of him coming out of the box right there. He knew what was on the line. He'd be lying if he did it.
You wonder about Coach Ekman's decision to pull Louie there.
I have a nice streak going, and this is more than likely going to be my last AB.
We'll see if the young righty can work around this top of the order for the Mets.
Ball that time, but
He is known to throw strikes,
keep this at-bat going.
limit some base hits, and he gets some strikeouts.
Try again once.
Definitely not elite,
Fouled away.
as no one is on this staff other than Josh Hader, but they do want to use him more as a lefty specialist and maybe a multi-inning guy late in the game.
Toward the mound. And that's through
That
by
ball
the
gets
center.
through.
Base hit. The throw home. Not in
RBI
time.
single there, so just like that, Amir faces 2 hitters,
One.
and this lead is cut in half. Not what you want to see. Let's see as the tying run over there at first base
For the run.
just became maybe the most dangerous tying run in baseball other than Pete Wheeler. It's Billy Hamilton. Amir, because of the new rules and the new season, has to face another hitter, or you think they might go ahead and go to Josh Hader here with a couple lefties due up. And just as we're speaking, ground ball to Pablo. He goes to Stephanie, to Mikey. Double play. What a double play here from Amir Khan on the running fastball. Michael Conforto grounds into a double play. No one likes to see that more than Luann Louie, who takes a drink of a gooseberry soda there and thinks she might have a win in her third consecutive starting her career. But if that's going to be the case, we're going to have to get past Pete Alonso.
That's ball 2.
Good knuckle curve there from Amir. You saw Pete kind of wondering if the ump might ring him up there. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3. Amir Khan, after 2 straight hits, gets a double play and then K's Pete Alonso. Unbelievable. The Melonheads push their win streak to 3. They are now 500 on the season, right back in the thick of things in the division standings. You see the team just super pumped. You know they're going to Weasel World today. They might all just get on the Ferris wheel. Who knows? Let's go to Sunny Day and Vinny the Gooch for a recap.
The Melonheads dominate.
That's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak,
These
Heidi
kids
Rockney,
have
Matt
really earned
Vasgersian.
this
We all
victory.
thank you for
They
watching
played
Major
their
League
hearts out
Baseball
and then
on
some.
MLB Network.
They can all
See
go
you next
home
time.
proud of their performances today.
Amir Khan, the young righty closer. They said he might not have closer stuff, just throwing 91, 92. But after a Keisha Phillips 3-run bomb in the first inning, the pitching staff does a great job. Luann Louie and then Amir Khan closing the door. 4-3 win. That's what you want to see by a young team, showing they can win a close ball game. It took until April 11th before they showed they can win a close game. Their first 1-run win. The next closest was a 4-run win. That pushes their record to 7-7 on the season. We're going to jump right into the closing game of this 4-game stand with the Mets. Jorge Garcia getting the start. He's done a great job limiting hard contact. Keisha Phillips against lefty Steven Matz. Let's see if we have any off days coming up. We don't. We face a tough righty, Zach Wheeler, tomorrow. We're going to give Keisha Phillips the day off today. We do have a 3-game win streak, but she's caught so many days in a row. You like to give your catcher a day off when you can. Coach Ekman's daughter, Kimmy Ekman, jumping in. We're also going to give Markey a day off, facing a lefty. See who's going to play right field for us. We're going to put Tony in right. He has such good fielding stats. Such a good fielder. We hate to move him from third base, but we really just want some positional flexibility here. We're going to try him out actually in left field. Let Ahmed play right. He has played right field for us before and did a good job. That's how the lineup's going to shake out. We're going to jump right into Game 4 of this Episode 4 here on the Melonheads franchise. The first ever attempted sweep by the Melonheads. Let's see if they can grab this 4th consecutive win and a sweep in this 4-game homestand with the New York Mets.
It's time once again for Backyard Baseball. This is Sunny Day and my pal Vinny the Gooch with a hearty hi-ho to ya. Wait a minute. The Gooch does not under any circumstances say hi-ho. Sunny Day might be saying hi
Big-time baseball here on MLB Network. Today it's the finale of this four-game
Welcome
set
to
between the
Weasel World Park. So we get a look at Jorge Garcia. There are his numbers. He was really more of a long reliever, mop-up role kind of guy, but this team was struggling to find a fifth starter. He was really good in spring training. He took over that fifth spot, and he's done a pretty decent job eating innings for this team. He has had trouble giving up the long ball to righty hitters,
into the box.
and he does have to get through Pete Alonso,
Lead this one off
J.D.
today.
Davis in this lineup. Let's see how it goes here on the official Humongous Melonheads live broadcast as they go for their first ever sweep in franchise history.
The count's
Very
full.
chilly early morning. The temperatures thawed out a bit to 48 degrees here at game time.
Jorge
Battle count remains
strategy is to just pitch to contact, try not to walk any hitters, and eat innings. As we see a fly ball here, Ahmed gets his first chance here. Oh, he makes a valiant effort trying to make up for it. Took a bad route on that ball. He's not used to playing right field.
ground rule double.
That one gets away from him, and it is going to go as
And goes with it.
a ground rule double for Rosario, so it will not go as an error.
For a ground rule double.
In
Nope,
now,
inside, ball two.
Really hoping to see this Melonheads team continue to play well on defense, and that kind of worries me a little bit.
That's inside.
games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty V, we're talking about a team that is white hot right now. D-Roll.
Not a good start here.
3 games in this 4-game series.
Ahmed makes the play here.
Then D-Roll win this one here and finish it off to a nice 4-0 series.
Yeah, you take the first 3 in a series, you want to step on their throat right here. You don't get a chance.
Moves
to
Rosario
finish
over to third base.
somebody.
See if
They have
Garcia can work out of it.
today.
Facing Jeff McNeil, and that's what Jeff McNeil does.
First this afternoon as this is down.
Doubles down the line. The Mets take a 1-0 lead. Tony does a good job out there in left. Interesting to see how he does in left field today. See if we could add that to his positional flexibility.
You said that's the second double he's given up here. And if he doesn't get things figured out, it's going to be a real short outing.
Standing in now, Pete Alonso. The next 3-2. And it's fouled away. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Ground ball up the middle. Stephanie kind of shading that way to hold on the runner. She's able to make the play 2 away. See if Garcia can work his way out of this with limited damage.
Stepping up to the plate, Wilson Ramos. And the Mets with an opportunity for more damage here at the first.
Brings up Wilson Ramos on a 2-1 count. They're going to go ahead and, per Coach Ekman's call, yeah, he gives the call there. They're going to put the righty Ramos on to face Conforto to go lefty-lefty matchup here. Conforto batting just 180 on the season, not near as dangerous against a lefty as he is against a righty. And we do get the strikeout and get out of the inning.
Out of trouble as the inning is over. One for the Mets here.
A Jeff McNeil double. Now we get a look at Steven Matz, who has been really good this season. And the Mets certainly hope that the Mets can put together a good season here.
And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you could throw them for strikes,
Starts his day facing Pete Wheeler.
Play They lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Pete's numbers have dropped down back to about where people projected him. After a really hot start at the plate, he was not supposed to hit this many bombs. He does have some power, but he doesn't make a lot of contact
One ball,
as he
2
swings
strikes.
through
Miguel.
one here. The Mets really in need of a win, and the Melonheads are trying for their first
2-2 the count.
ever as we get a good look of from the home plate cam,
Great job to keep your
the
hands
official
back
Major League
on the
Baseball
ball.
logo there.
The body was out in front on a great changeup right there, but he was able and strong enough to keep his
Melonheads trying for their first ever sweep in franchise history. Pete's not going to help the cause as he pops up to short here, high in the air, but Rosario, seasoned Major League shortstop, makes the play 1 away, and we get our first look at probably the most exciting thing that happens on this Melonheads broadcast, a Pablo Sanchez at bat.
Batted in on 5 hits in the series. He's a guy to keep an eye on in this one. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it.
Pulls the string. Pitchers know Pablo as they're starting to get more and more scouting report out on him.
Now a ball crushed
As I will finish my sentence later. For now, Pablo hits one to deep left. That ball is gone. Pablo Sanchez all over that pitch. And move over Ahmed Khan. There is now a tie for the leaderboard in home runs here in this early Major League Baseball season.
Impressive launches we've seen in a good while. And as the numbers come in, that ball was projected to have carried over 460 feet. An amazing show of strength.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have never seen that. A 467-foot bomb at a 27-degree launch angle. Pablo just hit a pop-up.
Got him.
467 feet. You've got to be kidding me. You start to wonder, was he using the aluminum bat power-up on that pitch? Speaking of a ball that I don't know if it ever came back down to earth, Ahmed Khan, you've got to think he's got to come back down to earth at some point. He's hitting over 400. He's got a plus 500 on base percentage. He's been crushing the ball. You would think he's got to come back down to earth at some point, but Pablo Sanchez home run ball didn't, so we'll see.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
As Tony the Dude Del Vecchio steps in. If you're just joining us on this Melonheads broadcast, I'm sorry to inform you, you just missed as Matt K's Del Vecchio. If you're just joining us, you missed a pop-up from Pablo Sanchez that went 467 feet here in Weasel World. An absolute bomb out of the stadium. I don't know if that ball just never came back down to earth or if it landed somewhere in the ocean. But Pablo ties Ahmed with the Major League lead in home runs at 10. Here's a guy who's tied at the bottom, Dominic Smith, who's had a rough start to this new season, but you got to think he's going to get it going before too long. Tony Del Vecchio trying left field for the first time ever. Pete comes flying in like he doesn't trust him. Tony, always looking cool, puts it away for the first out of the inning. Let's go ahead and look at the defense now.
Home side's lining up defensively. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new teams that really rely on statistics.
Kimmy Ekman, Coach Ekman's daughter, gets the start at catcher. Keisha Phillips with a much-needed, much-deserved day off. We're going to see a bunt here towards Jocinda Smith. They said, okay, Tony can play left field, but can Jocinda play third? Ball goes foul, and then Marisnik strikes out on the next pitch. Jorge Garcia, a rare strikeout from him. That's okay, as long as he keeps the ball in the yard, we're happy, especially with this new and improved Melonheads defense. Pablo throw on to first. That's going to end the top of the second. This team is starting to look more and more like a big league team each episode. We're already here in episode 4. They're looking to go above 500 for the first time in franchise history. Speaking of third baseman Jocinda Smith, here she is now. Scouting report says she does have some power. She's the pick to join Keisha as the only girl with a Major League home run. She's been off to a slow start, though. We have seen her double a few times. Nice backhand from J.D. Davis. One away. In steps the lady with the best cleats in all of baseball, including the boys, Kimmy Ekman.
Count is 2-1.
The Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, they come into this one in need of some kind of
We're going to get a look at her
Hang on.
cleats here
We got time.
from the broadcast. Looking close up, they're even cooler. But just some really neat, creative cleats, as Kimmy is a big fan of the color orange.
the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. On the ground to third.
J.D. Davis, slow diving attempt.
Through for a base
That
hit.
ball kind of fooled him as it came off the bat weird off of that curveball. Kimmy is on with the base hit here. Here's Stephanie Morgan. And we're going to cut that song short as the Mets cut this inning short. We're going to head on to the third inning. Tie ball game. Top of the lineup due up for the Mets.
Top of the third set to get underway. And coming forward now is the shortstop. The 1-1. It's the inside part of the zone for a strike.
Changeup is so loopy, it's kind of fooled Mets hitters here today. Whatever works.
Lofted in the air out toward right center.
Rosario going to find a gap again. No, Pete Wheeler, the fastest man in baseball, makes the play.
There and records the first out of the inning.
Nice play from Pete Wheeler. It is a nice bonus having that cat out there patrolling center field.
First at bat.
He is the baddest sheriff in town. I'll tell you that.
Sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time.
J.D. Davis goes down swinging. And Jorge Garcia looking like a big league pitcher. Don't look now, as he could implode at any moment.
Center, and that finds some outfield grass.
Pete going to cut this ball off.
He'll get it in
Strong
the
throw
second.
into second base.
Not in time.
Not quite in time. That's a two-out double
You'd think they'd stop it.
for Jeff McNeil. And here is Pete Alonso.
Stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this season's over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
Cleanly.
Mr. Consistent Pablo Sanchez. Another play out there at short.
Danger averted.
He's the reason the Melonheads have a run. He just saved a run with a nice little play there at short. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Jorge Garcia is standing in.
To stand in as the rookie pitcher, Jorge Garcia. Here now the 2-2.
Our worst hitter on the team, probably our worst player on the team.
He's out.
Grounds out here, does a good job on that sinker. Doing a great job on the mound as well.
So one away in the inning now, and before we get too much further, let's take
The
a look
Marlins
at
off to a nice start here.
the race for the National League East.
And here's Pete Wheeler.
Riding in once again, Pete Wheeler. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Hard line of the center field.
Smokes that ball to center field.
Marisnik.
Right at Jake Marisnik, though, as he was playing pretty deep. And there is now 2 outs. Before you go grab your popcorn, though, notice the walk-up song. You might want to wait a second.
Digging in now, Pablo Sanchez. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. 2 out, nobody on. And a curveball's by him.
Looping curveball. Pablo just can't lay off of that with 1 home run already. His team hadn't done anything else. He's trying to give his team the lead.
Starts to go
I got the
around
count,
the home
2-2.
plate.
Uh-oh, maybe he's learning to lay off the slow stuff in the dirt.
And good patience.
The count is
He does it again here.
3-2.
Mikey on deck. He's no slouch. He can
Time to fool around right now.
hit for power from against both
Coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing.
handed pitchers, righties and lefties. And, of course, Ahmed after him. Count full here to Pablo Sanchez.
Payoff pitch. Center field.
Gets a sinker, does pop it up, but his last pop-up went 467. This one just goes about 300. Marisnik makes the play. We head to the top of the 4th inning.
All set for the start of the inning. And next is the catcher, Wilson Ramos. 50th pitch of the game.
Almost got the free pass his first time up.
Line toward right center.
And that's why second time up, so good against left-handed pitchers. Knocks one out there to Ahmed, who's playing right today for the Melonheads.
Frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch.
Trying to get this team fired up.
Fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the
Michael Conforto, ground ball. Stephanie not going to get there.
Looks like a knock's a knock.
Ramos holds at second base. Mets knocking on the door. They've got 2 men on with no men out.
To break through right here and to take the lead, there is without question nothing tougher than back.
Another ground ball. Stephanie can't get there either. Ramos holds up at third base. Pete with a little fake throw. Melonheads do all kind of little league plays out there on defense, trying to confuse the other team. Can't get Ramos to bite though. And that now loads the bases for the 8th spot, Jake Marisnik, who's had a really hot start to the season. Ground ball to Pablo. I mean, the line drive to Pablo, makes the catch, tosses it to Morgan. They can't get 2 though. That's a big first out. And Steven Matz, who can hit from that pitcher spot, stands in with the bases loaded and 1 out. Ground ball to Pablo. Backhand flip. Morgan barehands it, throw on to first, and the Melonheads just like that are out of it.
Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this.
We're going to get a look at first baseman Mikey Thomas now. Great start to the season so far. Just a pure hitter. He's even been compared to Freddie Freeman, Braves slugger over there at first base at the plate. Sprays that ball the other way. He hits the ball to all fields.
1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Another base hit for Mikey Thomas.
Lead off their half of the 4th.
And in steps Ahmed Rocker Khan.
Plate now, Rocky kick down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Skied into straightaway.
High slider. Ahmed just behind it. Mikey acting like he's going to tag from first.
There, and he makes the catch for the out. And he thought better.
I don't think that's going to happen with that 7 speed. Let's hear from the guy playing left field and batting 5th today in Keisha Phillips' absence, Tony Delvecchio. Up and in curve there. Tony looked like he was all over it just early. Ground ball to third. Tony might have hit into another double play started by the third baseman. Nice scoop from Pete Alonso. Mets are out of it. The Ferris wheel is rolling on here today in this day game. 4th game of the series. Melonheads going for the sweep. And this game is rolling on as we head to the 5th inning. Score still tied 1-1. That ball's rolling on to Stephanie Morgan. She makes the play, 1 away.
So coming to the plate, J.D. Davis, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
Aye.
Nice spot from Jorge Garcia.
Out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is the tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next
3
team
and
that
2.
scores is going to win.
We're going to get a look at Jorge's card here. And as you will see, 22 years old, one of the oldest kids on this team. He does have some experience. He didn't really grow up as a baseball player, but his birthday fell late in the year, so he was able to play with this team. Jocinda Smith can't quite get there. Great effort by her a little bit late. Tony Delvecchio, you wonder if he was playing his natural position, third base, if he might have made that play. Either way, 1 on, 1 out. Score tied 1-1. 1-1 count here. Ground ball to second. Stephanie Morgan to Pablo. Pablo on to first in time. Another double play turned by the Melonheads. Jocinda Smith, Kimmy Ekman, and Stephanie Morgan due up right after this.
Set now for the bottom of the 5th and set to to go as the third baseman. Swinging a
One
miss
ball,
out in front of
2
the
strikes.
changeup.
Changeup working well for Mats. The sinker comes in at 94, the slider at 90, the changeup just at 83.
Breaking ball swung
Filthy
into third.
curveball. He's looking good here today. He's had a great start to the
One
season.
down.
One away.
Coming to the plate now, Kim.
In
He
step
reached on
coach's
single
daughter,
on his first
Kimmy Ekman.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Ekman singled down the left field line over a diving
ball,
J.D.
1
Davis,
strike.
her first time up.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
That's ball 4.
Takes a walk here, so apparently she's not the worst you could do at backup catcher.
I feel like you really didn't want to challenge him, and I'm really
Coach
surprised
Ekman's
by
hard
that
on her
because I
sometimes,
think this is a guy in the
as her
front
father.
of the orders.
She's one of my favorite players, though. Here's the clutch, hitting, smooth fielding Stephanie Morgan.
Kim, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1 and 2.
You wonder if pitchers will, as they see her scouting report and see that she doesn't have any power, if they will start to attack that.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location it's play. There's a good
As her average now dropped to 240, be interested to see how her season plays out and her development as well. Here's Jorge Garcia.
Garcia.
No way, Jorge Garcia gets a hit.
And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. And that runner
We got a couple 20 speeds on the bases with 2 outs. And we get a 108 speed Pete Wheeler now coming to the plate.
But now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his managers options. Whether or not he wants a pinch run,
2-2 the count.
he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
And that's
Full
also
count,
a good
3-2.
That runs it full. You really don't want to walk Pete here.
If you're at the plate right
I have a
now,
feeling
you have
Steven
to
Matz
realize
knows that. I have a feeling the New York Mets
something's over the hard
know that. Let's see how this plays out.
in the zone right here.
Here's the payoff pitch. And
Pete fouls off a sinker.
Good battle here. This'll be the
I wonder if he
second
knows
pitch
Pablo's
coming
hitting behind him. Fouls that one off. Dominic Smith's not going to get there.
up. And this'll land foul.
We're going to try this 3-2 count again. Mats does not want to walk Pete Wheeler.
Out of the stretch, the 3-2 home.
Ball 4, that pitch is in.
That is called ball 4, and that could only mean one thing. The coach is stressed out. You can tell.
And now time is called here as their pitching coach
Coach
is
calls
going to pay a
timeout.
visit to the mound.
They're going to talk to Mats here. It looks like they might be refusing to continue this game because they have a lefty on the mound in a tie ball game. The bases are loaded,
Settling in now.
and Pablo Sanchez steps to the plate.
Flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matt. He almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish.
Little antsy there. It's not like Pablo in a clutch spot to go chasing a pitch on 2-1.
Set. The 2-2. Lifted in the air toward the line and right.
Curveball up and away. You see pitchers trying to throw Pablo off sometimes. He's seen so many pitches throughout his career.
There's a drive.
He gets a hold of this high curveball, though. That ball's hit to deep left center field. Let's see if it is. It is a grand slam for Pablo Sanchez.
So one swing, and he unloads the bases.
Unbelievable. Pablo Sanchez watches as Ahmed Khan hits a grand slam. Just 3 games ago, Ahmed goes on a tear, and Pablo Sanchez, just as he so often does, if you followed this team since they were kids, when the game is tied and runners are on base, you just get the feeling you're about to hear that song again.
Hey!
But this will be
Unbelievable.
Thank you.
Pablo quietly watches as Ahmed ties him on the leaderboards, and Pablo takes the lead again
Nope, that's inside. Ball
as the
4.
major leaguer with the most home runs currently with now 11.
Now here comes the
in a big way, takes the lead with a bang. Let's see if Ahmed can tie him at 11 here. He's going to face off against Rick Porcello. Ahmed smokes this one. The launch angle wasn't quite high enough, though. That's going to end the inning, but not before we take a look at a grand slam here at Weasel World by the man himself. The secret weapon, the secret starting to get out. His 11th home run comes in the way of a grand slam that gives this team the lead.
Top half of the sixth about to get started, and up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind.
Jorge Garcia starting the 6th inning. He does have a single. It's a rare sight to see Jorge starting the 6th inning. Curious to see how Coach Ekman handles this bullpen. What a home run here by Pablo Sanchez as this team is going for their first ever sweep. If the score stays the way it does, if the Melonheads retain the lead, that'll go as a game-winning home run in the 4th game of this series that puts this team above 500 for the first time ever and gives them their first series sweep, a 4-game sweep against a divisional opponent, the New York Mets. Not a divisional opponent, but a National League opponent. Conference opponent. Ground ball to Pablo. Oh, he bobbles it! He can't get one speed Wilson Ramos out at second. That's going to go as Pablo Sanchez's first error. After a grand slam, he now puts Jorge in a tough spot. Let's see if this pitching staff and defense can keep that home run as the game-winning home run. Fly ball here to Ahmed. He gets under it, makes the play. Defense has done so well. We've really seen the work they've put in with fielding specialist Carlos Valdez paying off. Here's Jake Marisnik here with 2 outs. That ball's crushed. Deep to left field. Tony Delvecchio on the move. Can't quite get there. Now that ball bounces over Pete Wheeler's head. Marisnik's going to stay at third, though. Delvecchio couldn't quite get there in his first major league start at left field. Doesn't have great sprint speed. Has good reaction and good fielding. Couldn't quite get there. Marisnik continues his hot start to this new season. Here's Robinson Cano in a clutch spot. Delvecchio gets under it. Looks so smooth out there, even in left field. That ends the top half of the inning. Big out by Jorge Garcia. He turns in a quality start. We're going to get our look at left fielder Tony Delvecchio when he comes to bat to start off the bottom of the 6th. Melonheads lead on a grand slam by Pablo Sanchez, 5-3. Dylan Betances on for the Mets. When he's getting that call, he is so tough to face.
Fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
We got a full count.
Just for history's sake, when we go back through and have all of these archived, we've got to show it. On Legend here, it's rare I show the sliders, but if you guys are watching this, I will show it. As you see, the only ones we have bumped up is the stamina, human starter stamina, human reliever stamina. It's because on Backyard Baseball, I used to get the juice power up and could keep pitching. And I don't have great stamina attributes on these players just to mimic, things like Kenny Kawaguchi, who grew up in a wheelchair, things like that. But I do have starter stamina up. But look at the hitting. Contact's the same. Power's the same. Timing. I'll never mess with these hitting sliders. I for sure will never put them on any of my franchises over normal or default. Foul frequency down, which makes it a little bit tougher to foul off pitches when you're down 2 strikes. And solid hits is even down 1 on Legend, and we still catch that Pablo Sanchez grand slam. I'm really hoping we can hold on to the lead and let that go down as the game-winning home run. As Delvecchio finds a gap, Conforto takes a weird angle at it. That ball gets all the way to the wall. Delvecchio going to hold up at second. Get to see unique animations like that as Del Vecchio is acting a fool. He's feeling good. Here's Jocinda Smith.
At the plate,
The count, 2-1.
loosen now in the bullpen.
Wonder who the Melonheads will go to in the 7th with a 2-run lead. Gotta think it's going to be Kenny Kay or Josh Hader.
One now. No one out with a runner at second.
Putting up some good at-bats here against Dylan Betances. Knuckle curve. That ball gets through. It's going to move Tony over to third.
Third, but it skips by him, a base hit.
And the Melonheads looking for some more insurance here. And here's Kimmy Ekman. Let's see if her dad's going to let her hit. It looks like he will.
One ball, 2 strikes, the count.
Filthy slurve from Betances. Kimmy's in a tough spot now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now the knuckle curve. Betances just toying with her.
Full count.
Going to run the count full now. 3-2. Big spot here late in this game.
Whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most.
You got to be kidding me. Kimmy Ekman catches a low fastball at 97 from Betances and parks it here in Weasel World. Wow. She's having some fun. Always hyper from a recently eaten Skittles bag. She's a big fan of candy, and she showed us some candy there with that 3-run bomb off Dylan Betances. 435 feet. That ball hits the scoreboard. Kimmy Ekman, backup catcher, coach's daughter, says, "Dad, I got this." Takes Dylan Betances deep. Are you kidding me? And she becomes the second female ever with a home run in the major leagues.
Into the box now. Stephen Morgan. Hit on the ground to third. Throws in
Oh.
time, and that's out number 1.
Reflejo. Did I pronounce that correctly? Reflejo.
Pitcher.
Reflejo. I can call you Ref until you tell me how to pronounce it correctly. I'm so sorry, man, if I got that wrong. What's going on? Welcome to the franchise, man. You picked a really neat game to join in. Pablo Sanchez just hit a grand slam. And the coach's daughter, Kimmy Ekman, just hit a 3-run bomb to give us an 8-3 lead. And we're going to see if the bullpen here at Weasel World Amusement Park can Reflejo. Awesome, dude. Reflejo. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but that's awesome. So pumped that that I got that right. Thanks for joining in the stream. I got this series up on the playlist. Did you play backyard baseball growing up? As Pete Wheeler stands in now.
I got the count, 2-2.
We have a few more that usually keep up with this team and watch it. As Pete's going to strike out here. Wilson Ramos puts on the tag, and in steps the man of the hour. The secret weapon, Pablo Sanchez. No way, Pablo catches another one, his second of the game. That one's off the scoreboard as well. Unbelievable. Pablo Sanchez, second home run of the game. Some season ticket holders that missed out on this game aren't able to make it right now. When they watch back through this, I know you guys are going to be pumped. Pablo hits a grand slam, and then he pimps one right here and does his version of the Sosa hop. It's actually who Sammy Sosa got that celebration from. Is 10-year-old Pablo Sanchez. He's all grown up, 19 years old, making his rookie season MLB debut here. What a game from Pablo. He gives the Melonheads a 10-3 lead. Mikey Thomas strikes out. That ends the 6th inning. Melonheads lead the Mets 10-3. In steps Ahmed Rosario. Reflejo, yes, sometimes we do have other people in here, but only with like 7 people. That's right, 7 people to me is a lot of people, man.
Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base
Shoot, I would love having 7 people in here all the time to talk to, have fun, watch baseball, talk about things, learn baseball, have some fun, get away from the stress of everyday life.
Digging in and looking for more.
Ground ball here is the Melonheads decide as Jorge Garcia gets his second base hit of the game. They decide to throw him out there for the 7th. If he's going to keep getting ground outs, we're going to keep him out there, see if he can save this bullpen as we do not get an off day before starting our next series. It will be on the next stream, possibly tomorrow. Pablo makes a diving effort, doesn't quite get there. As my official Backyard Baseball card art piece falls down and we reset it there here on the stream. Let's get right back into this. 2-1 count with 1 out, runner on first base.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble.
That ball's going to burn Tony Del Vecchio and go to the wall. Pete Wheeler on his horse. Even he can't get there in time. A run's going to score. Lead now cut to 6. Jeff McNeil with another double in this series. Coach Ekman going to walk out. Actually, pitching coach John Smith, Jocinda Smith's dad, walks out, going to speak with Jorge Garcia for his stats' sake. You really want to, you don't want to leave him out there too long and let him get roughed up. I stream just about daily, not quite daily. Fly ball out here to Pete Wheeler. Runner's not going to tag. Looks like a wise decision. Strong throw over there to third. When I do stream, I stream from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern, generally, as we're coming up about on 8 when this game ends. It kind of depends, though. Base hit here to Pete. Let's see if that runner's going to try to head for home. He is. Pete on the throw home. The throw is up the line. Kenny can't make the tag. The lead now cut to 5. Reflejo, I stream just about every other day. Just kind of depends. I stream 3 or 4 times a week from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern.
I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
See if Jorge can get out of this 7th inning.
Ball 4. Take your base.
He walks Michael Conforto. That's going to walk Coach Ekman, the coach of this team, Kimmy Ekman's dad. We saw Kimmy hit her first Major League home run, become the 2nd girl ever in Major League Baseball history to hit a home run. It's going to bring Coach Ekman to the mound. As you see him here, he's going to go to the robot. The only robot ever in sports. Jorge Garcia did a great job battling. 5th starter, 5th best starter on this team. I love the orange glasses and the orange glove. We're going to go to the silver man, the Clank, Mr. Clanky, the robot. First ever robot created on MLB The Show. Shown here in the MLB. He's done a great job so far, eating innings. We're hoping he can do that here automatically, as they call him, Mr. Automatic. He doesn't get nervous because he's a robot. Ground ball here, Stephanie to Pablo. We've seen that so many times. That's going to end the top of the 7th. We're going to get another chance to see this team bat, see if they can add on to this 5-run lead. Ahmed Rocker Khan due up here to start the bottom of the 7th.
Count is 1-2 now. The pitch. Fouled off.
Khan well timed on that changeup, just a little bit late. Close to time, Pablo, for the Major League Baseball
Next 1-2 pitch.
lead in home runs. Instead, he's going to end up striking out.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, a certain amount of this, there aren't any
Ahmed K's. He was on a tear earlier. He's kind of slowed down, and Pablo's now taking the lead for most home runs in the majors. Here's the dude, Tony Delvecchio.
Ball, that's out.
Hard sinker misses 2-2.
Hey.
What a pitch. Rings up Tony Delvecchio.
Called strike 3, and they're at 2 away.
Somebody gotta go for vitamin K.
That's the worst dose of vitamin K you can get. That's a backwards K because he goes down looking. Here's Jocinda Smith. Jared Hughes has done a good job in relief for the Mets in this series.
Looking to set down the side on strikes.
That's
Here it
ball
comes.
2.
Nearly K's the side with 2 backwards K's. The ump says that one's a little bit outside. I'm glad he did. We get another chance here.
Hit hard back up the
Jocinda takes advantage. What a play by Ahmed Rosario. You got to be kidding me. Unbelievable play by Ahmed Rosario, doing his best impersonation of Pablo Sanchez. What a play to end this inning.
ready to begin the 8th. Up next, the center fielder, Jake Marisnick.
Mr. Clanky, the robot, still on the mound for the Melonheads, here to start the 8th inning. I nearly gave him a malfunction. That ball hit hard. Jake Marisnick continues his good start to the new season. Going to get a pinch hitter here, Robinson Chirinos. Chirinos still looking for his first home run or RBI.
Hey.
You got to think it's going to happen soon.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a
Ball,
big rally
down.
going to claw your way back into this ball game.
2-2 the count. Fouled away.
Clanky only throws
Ready with the 2-2.
90 miles per hour because we go to the batting cages. You know, they say, can you hit a 90 mile per hour fastball? Ahmed Khan, nice play there over on the right field line for the first out of this 8th inning. Here's Ahmed Rosario, who just made an unbelievable play at shortstop in the field. This ball is hit deep out there to Pete Wheeler. He gets under it. This team has done so well on defense here on Legend with no fly ball indicator. He tracks that one down for the second out, and here is J.D. Davis. Jocinda with a great diving effort, can't quite make the play, gets up and recovers, makes the throw. She is on time to get the runner. Unbelievable play by Jocinda Smith. Melonheads have given us an unbelievable series, unbelievable stream here. Super excited, super happy with how they played. In steps Hunter Strickland to pitch for the Mets. Here's Kimmy Ekman, who all of a sudden is looking like an asset on this team. She's 2 for 2 with a bomb and a single. And she strikes out here against Hunter Strickland. It's going to bring in Stephanie Morgan. Base hit by Stephanie Morgan. Mr. Clanky, we are actually going to go to Marky Dubois off the bench. 2-1 count. The Melonheads look to add on to this 10-5 lead. That's not going to do it. Ground ball, Taylor made the second. That's going to be a double play. We're going to head on to the 9th inning. We're going to see the 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Mets. Melonheads will have to bring on a new pitcher. to face the top of this lineup. They're going to go to Freddie Peralta to try and close out this game with a 5-run lead. You see the veterans on this team that did not grow up with the kids from Backyard Baseball. They start to dance a little bit when these funny little music clips come on. When they come in, they are not used to these unique and creative little baseball clips, these little sound clips from Backyard Baseball. It's funny to see when they come out there to pitch and you play that song, as you see Freddie Peralta doing a little dance.
Ball, that's high.
Does a little dance there because the umpire doesn't give him strike 3. That ball was close. We're going to see another pitch here to Jeff McNeil. It's been a doubles machine in this series. Rings him up. Vitamin K in the worst way, the backwards K from Freddie Peralta.
2 balls.
First out of the inning. The Melonheads have 2 outs to go before they put a stamp on as Pete Alonso catches one here. That ball's hit deep. That ball is gone.
No chance to make a play on that one. Solo shot here to left. Home run number 5 on the down to 4.
Pete Alonso with his second home run of this series. Such a powerful hitter. His 52 home runs that he set last year was a rookie record.
Very good hot streak.
Interested to see if Pablo Sanchez can break that this year. He's on pace as of now, but I wonder if the hot streak will start to slow down. 2 outs here. Freddie Peralta does a good job of bouncing right back after giving up that home run. Ground ball to first. This should end it. The Melonheads now have won 4 straight games for the first time in franchise history. They're above 500 for the first time in franchise history, and they have their first series sweep. They won all 4 games of this series. For the first time in franchise history, this team continues to be a team of firsts. First chance to see the Backyard Baseball kids all grown up. First chance to see a girl in the major leagues. And the first chance to see a robot, Mr. Clanky, who we saw today. Let's go to Sunny Day and Vinny the Gooch as they close us out here on this series. Episode 4 of this Humongous Melonheads brand new custom team franchise. The Melonheads are now 8-7 on the year. Sunny Day, what did you think?
The Melonheads dominate.
Vinny, what about you, man?
These kids have really earned this victory. They played their hearts out and then some. They can all go home proud of their performances today.
We have brand new season ticket holder as he did hit that subscribe button, Reflejo. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button and you are down with free season tickets for the rest of the season because they're going to notify you when I go live and get to pop in whenever you want to see this stream. And we try to do that for fun. You know, baseball, you get season tickets if you really like the team. So for free season tickets, all you got to do is hit subscribe. Season ticket holder Reflejo tweets in now on live broadcast as he's followed us in these late innings in this last game. He said, "Let's go." Nice. Awesome to see that tweet coming in live from Reflejo. Want to give a big shout out to him. We're going to wrap this series up. We do have a 4-game homestand with the Phillies coming up, and it starts with our boy Ernie Steele. They call him Funny Bones on the mound. What a big time series by the Melonheads. They win 8-4, 9-3, 4-3, and 10-6. And Pablo Sanchez, as we're just going to go right into the home run leaders in Major League Baseball right now. He leads the league with 12. Ahmed has 10. Suarez and Bryce Harper tied in third with 8. And those are some big name cats. So super excited to see how his season and how his career plays out and how this entire Melonheads team plays out. Can't believe we played so well fielding on Legend with no fly ball indicator. We had to judge the fly ball for ourselves. Want to thank each one of you guys. We're going to let Sunny Day make the call. We're going to end this stream. Really do appreciate you guys that end up watching these. And you're the reason why I keep broadcasting these because I have so much fun with this. But I like for it to be interactive and let other people see this series of these Backyard Baseball kids all grown up.